What's up with Rick got back there behind him? Got that freaking, like, got a tent now?
Absolutely. Oh, what are we doing?
Caribou has a crew with a whole bunch of dudes and a couple really cool chicks. Come here to learn, come here to teach. Mostly we come to bullshit. Caribou Heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou Heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain. Rolling up weed into a bunch of dudes and a couple dang dab hits. Laughing along, getting real stoned. Don't forget, dear Uncle Rick. Caribou Heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou Heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain.
All right, Friday night, here it is. How's everyone doing tonight? We got Fluff in the house. Fluff, when was the last time you done a Friday night? Like maybe once or twice in the history of this show? So
Well, I just hang out in the Fridays, man. It's when I just hang out with the fucking chat. And then I got busy then too. But yeah, this is only like, what, my second one maybe?
yeah, it doesn't happen too often. So it's pretty cool to have you on, man. Thank you for joining us. It's always great to hang out with you, brother. Oh, and so since it's actually, we're talking to you right off the bat, we'll go straight into Fluff the Savior, Shifu Fluffykins mode here. I went and picked up or looked at my plants there that were at the in-laws, and I was having some issues that I thought was maybe wet feet. They didn't like being soggy because I knowingly overwatered them a little bit. I'm not going to explain the situation. Just trust me. I thought I knew what I was doing. And then I went and looked at them after being away for a few days and was like, holy shit, there's something up here. It's the problem's much worse. So I Fluff, make a quick video. Fluff, what's going on? What's this? And I guess those cannons were scorching the shit out of a couple of my plants. So Shifu Fluffykins saves the day. Put them off. They're in a bigger tent now in the corners, so they're not getting the direct light with the lights way fucking higher. And hopefully that's going to save everything. So thanks, Fluff.
Yeah, man. I always wondered, you know,
Dude,
I got that one.
Don't call him Sifu. You got a fucking big head.
Fluff gives everybody great advice. I ask him for advice. He's like, hurry up and kill it so you can start over.
He tells me to fuck myself in very fashionable ways. So yeah, he is helpful.
I don't think I've said either of those things to either of you two, but right on. What do you got going on with, you got a little early Halloween makeup going on there or what? What you got there?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Looking crazy.
Like
sounds about right.
I wish I could do like fun Halloween makeup. It was always something I wish I could do. Just never could. I just don't have a fucking artistic eye.
This is my signature. This is what I do. When my son said that he didn't know that I do this, it was fucking hilarious. Like I had the biggest laugh of my life because it's only been 3 years because of COVID that I was the last time. And he's like, who did that? That's awesome. I'm like, I did. It's my signature move. So then when I get into my truck, it's dark. So my husband can't even see me. He's like, oh, nice makeup. And I tell him about the story. And he's like, I already know you have the cobweb and the spider. Like, and I can't see you right now. I'm like, write my signature move. How does my kid not know this? It was so funny. But yeah, just playing around. I only have 2 Fridays.
Very nice. I like it a lot.
Thank you. My cool bong that I stole because I couldn't buy one.
Cheers, chat. Thunder Dan. My hair looks like what's left of it. It better look nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Thunder Dan dude, that is a funny motherfucker. to talk to that dude finally in person. And I know a lot of people sometimes say I sound Southern, but talking to him, I was having a great time. He's Southern as shit and wound fucking for sound, buddy. He was cracking me up. I was going 100 miles an hour talking all kinds of funny shit. He is a fucking cool dude.
Right on.
So what's everybody got going on, man?
Yeah, really. Before I get too lost in my world here, I got to find my notes. Where's my phone? I can't. Oh my God. It's going to be a long, it may not be a long night. I don't know. It's up to me, I guess.
Trying to catch up the chat.
In my backyard, hanging out in the hammock, having a fire way over yonder somewhere.
Yonder?
Yeah, over yonder.
Oh my.
Oh,
What's that all about?
boot.
Hey, Fluffy sent you.
Sorry, my dog came over and scared the shit out of me on my hammock, and I better sit up or I'm gonna land on the ground.
Oh, damn. I was gonna say, Fluffy sent you here actually on a Friday. Why don't you tell people, like, you know, the major difference between talk and live?
I don't
We
really know.
get that shit.
You know what? I don't really know if
On
there's a difference
Friday.
between top chat and live chat because right, we tried. We're doing a thing, but we really feel like live chat's where it's at, man. So you got to kind of swing up over there. There's a little drop down menu. Hit that thing. Hit live chat. You be a little more up to date on what's going on with all these cool people here. You know, the cool kids in chat. Sometimes they type fast, and if you're not in live chat, you miss a little bit of it, or you're behind, and then you look like a weirdo that's way behind on the conversation. Nobody likes that guy. Just keep
I
up.
do that in live chat. So, I mean,
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, you do that
Don't.
in real life, Prophet. We've all seen you on this show. It's
I know, I do.
It's like, hey, Prophet, did you do you have an opinion on that thing we're talking to you currently about? And you're like, huh? What were we talking about?
Hey, man. The one that was actually paying attention checked out and decided to leave the other dude there. And it's like, hey,
We know what we're in for when we let you on the show, so it's okay.
okay, cool.
So, yeah, man. So just on that, I just wanted to tell everybody, you know, I came back from that whole thing in fucking Michigan, right? The Clio Croptoberfest, and I just wanted to give a big fucking shout out and thanks to everybody up there in fucking Michigan that was a part of that. It was amazing. Every one of them are fucking cool people. They are exactly who you see here on the internet, man. And I can't say enough nice words about all those people up there. So thank you to everybody in the MBGS crew and up there at Clio Cultivation, Everyday Mary J, all those people up there that we were there by, and all of the great fucking gifts that I got from everybody. Actually, I'm fucking smoking on some Red Setter Farms lemon dosey dough, and it is goddamn amazing. So got that out of the way. You know, a bunch of cool people, man. I got to meet like fucking Shredder. You know, Shredder's always in fucking chat. Got to meet Thunder fucking Dan. He was cool as shit. Got to meet fucking Detroit River Rat was there. He was fucking cool as shit. You know, meeting all the guys from Catachronic and stuff. That was fun. So I can't wait to go do it again. I'll tell you that.
I was too far, man. I'm on the wrong side of the country. That's the first time I'm saying that.
It.
Hey, Tara.
Hey, what's going on?
Who else we got creeping in? There's somebody else coming. Oh, shit. It's Johnny. We're in trouble.
Here's
What's up?
Johnny.
I just have to say, Crazy, you look amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You got to hear the experience, just not see it.
I know. I finally get to see it. I'm amazed. It looks amazing. Like serious talent.
Only to do this.
Working on it.
I just worked on
Hey,
these
cool.
eyes today. I didn't know I could do this. I
wanna
was
see it?
supposed to come home and have my daughter do it, but I was like, I don't have time for that.
I can
But thank
try.
you.
Yeah.
Take pen. Yep. I figured it out. That is pretty cool. I was like, how can I expand you individually? And I was like, oh, I might be able to do this. So that is pretty cool. I actually couldn't even tell that the whole spider web was there until I got Jalandra. Cool. Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't let Tara see it. So I was like, nope, 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 nope. So she's listening to me and I'm like, oh my God. Cause I let my hair down because I had it back, right? And then I let it down. I just was like, holy shit, I kind of look fabulous. So she goes, what was the fucking opera that I heard? And I went, what opera did you hear? And she goes, you let out this fucking like opera kind of happy howl or something. And I was like, oh, that was me. I put my hair down. It looks fabulous.
So you're gonna wear that until Halloween, or what's going on?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, if I had more places to wear it, I might actually do that. But for the most part, and before this, I don't do anything. I don't go to Halloween parties or stuff. Like walking down the street like this might be okay nowadays. I don't really know. I'm pretty damn weird all the way through, so it doesn't really matter. I get looked at no matter what. So.
So I got this interesting book that was given to me by my kid out of just sheer funniness. And it's called, I'm sorry, Big Dreams, right? Steve Jobs. And it's kind of interesting because it's actually a children's book. Okay. Oh, yeah, he meets Jesus. And yeah, no, it tells Steve Jobs' life here, and he actually obtains the power of a rainbow, from what I can tell from the picture, right? And you know, eventually, I imagine, because he's dead, right? So wait,
That's the new iPhone app, Prophet.
He's riding the rainbow to wherever it leads. I think there's a pot of gold, if I remember, in lore.
Well, it's like Toucan Sam. Follow your nose, follow the rainbow.
But the crazy part is there are so many other books of other people. And some of these that actually surprised me, like Pele, Alan Turing, Bob Dylan. Like it's a whole range of different topics of people, but the story is totally kid oriented, and it just kind of blew my mind that like they literally made a kid book for Steve Jobs.
That's funny.
Isn't it? I mean, the way I explained it obviously isn't how the story goes, but I like my way better.
Right. Well, you don't want to ruin the story. Who's to say we're on all on Amazon trying to get this damn book right now?
Hey, I mean, if I read off the list, you would actually probably be interested in a couple of these things just to actually see them and see how they've been renditioned over to like children's book. You know, like just funny.
Well, so tell us the story.
All right, hold on. I'll tell you who else you can purchase if you want. All right. Some of these people I can't pronounce, so I will not pronounce them for the sake of looking more like an idiot than I normally do. Oh, you'll help me. That is so kind.
I want to hear the whole book too.
You guys know, man. You guys suck.
And see the pictures. You can't read the picture book without showing us the
Okay.
picture.
I'm going to tell you who you can actually get other books on right now. Okay. Coco Chanel, Maya Angelou, Amelia Earhart, Agatha Christie, Mary Curie, Rosa Parks, Audrey Hepburn, Emmeline Pankhurst, Ella Fitzgerald, Ada Lovelace, Jane Austen, Georgia O'Keeffe, Harriet Tubman, Anne Frank, Mother Teresa, Joseph Baker, L.M. Montgomery, Jane Goodall, Simon D. Beauvoir, Muhammad Ali, Stephen Hawkins, Maria Montessori, Vivian Westwood, Gandhi, David Bowie.
Wow.
Okay. What was that? Okay. William Rudolph, Dolly Parton, Bruce Lee, which I will be obtaining because I have to see that in a children's form. Rudolph, Nureyev, I believe. I'm gonna guess he's Russian.
Yeah.
Zaha Hadid, Mary Shelley, Martin Luther King, David Attenborough, Astrid Lindgren. I want to say that's Evelyn Gulingong. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Bob Dylan, Alan Turner, Blue Jean King, Greta Thunberg, Jesse Owens. Let's see. Aretha Franklin. I can't pronounce that. Wait. John Michael Bosquet. Aretha Franklin. Corazon Aquino. Pele. Ernest Shackleton. Steve Jobs. Ayrton Senna. Luis Borgios. Elton John. John Lennon. Prince, which is another one I would probably grab. And Charles Darwin. Captain Tom Moore. We're almost done. Hans Christian Andersen, my bad. Stevie Wonder, Megan Raprince, Mary Anning, and Malala Yousafzai. I'm sorry, I don't have that one as far as
It was very
my best on that one.
Pronounce that one.
Yeah, so all right, those are the other people that you can
What
get.
was all that? What were
That
all
was
the
it.
names butchered?
Why was I naming those people off?
Trying to name those people's off. Yes.
Oh, because I was giving a child's book about Steve Jobs, and it's written in children's format, like like I was talking about earlier.
You just read a whole book about Steve Jobs?
Not yet. I haven't read it. I was just telling you who else you can obtain.
You can read it to us now, Prophet. We got like at least 3 hours to kill.
Dude,
So
I was
like,
just saying, like
you
you naming off all those names, like attempting to, like you could have read.
Hey, listen, does chat really actually want me to read this fucking book?
Yes,
They want you to name all
from front
those
to
names
back
off.
while you're on Spotlight, so we can sit here and do dabs. Every once in a while, I'll throw up a dab frog, so we'll keep things refreshed.
Everybody just go on mute, sit back.
We just want to stare at your eyebrows for the next 5 minutes.
I'm all down for a story. I got the fire, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, look how cozy Paul is by that fire.
Get fucking cozy.
Okay.
Dude,
It'll be Prophet Story Hour in a minute. Y'all are gonna let me do a dab.
You guys, this means next week he's bringing like fucking Mein Kampf or something like that, and he's like, "Well, you made me read that."
Nope. It'd be 1984, buddy. It'd be 1984, just so all could fucking hear it.
I'm just waiting for Crazy Pot Mom to go crazy and start eating arm.
I'm gonna do a dab. I'm gonna go on mute, try to entertain the show for a second. I'll come back and read you all a story.
Okay, what am I supposed to be doing?
Can we permanently mute him as he reads the story and we can just fill in the words?
That would be fun, but I think I'd have to think too much about that one. It would hurt my brain. It would be good. But this is going to be fun watching Prophet read a story. I wonder
if this goes over well, I'm picking the book for next week. I got a great book for him. It's called The Wonky Donkey. It's fucking hilarious. We'll make him read that motherfucker.
Is that the one about that donkey show?
No, it's a child's book. What the fuck's wrong with you? This is a fucking wholesome family show, you fucker.
I didn't hear that.
I like this story time on Friday nights thing. This could be a good thing. The only rule is it has to be in picture book form, people, because we're all a bunch of fucking stoners and we have a hard time reading sometimes.
I think we should do a Mad Lib thing too. That would be decent.
We could do that. And so, and also in chat, I want to see you lighten this fucking shit up as we get going in there. I think that's going to be the real fun right there.
I'm just afraid of zombie attack now.
Tony.
Why are you afraid of a zombie attack?
Crazy bumps triggering my zombie fears. No, it's nice makeup though. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Ooh, chat's going crazy with all the stuff they got going on. Got the Limarilla cross with Mac. That's what Spartan's got going on.
I'm even gonna go grab me some popcorn, so I'll be all set.
There you go, Paula.
Cheers, chat. Hope everybody's having a good night.
Well, how can it be anything but amazing? We're about to get a story read to us, man. Do you know when the last time it was I sat there and had a book read to me? Like, we could be going all the way back to like elementary school, and when my dad read The Lord of the Rings to me. Or no, sorry, it was The Hobbit he read to me. He wouldn't read The Lord of the Rings because that was too fucking long. I had to read that myself. But, you know, like, yeah, he read The Hobbit, and so we're looking at maybe 30 years since I've had a story read to me.
When was the last time you went to church? They read stories all the time.
Well, yeah, well, my mom, she tried sending me to church at one point in time, but then she found out there was a pedophile going to that church, and that put an end to that.
That's about average for a church.
Yep, that's what is my understanding. So it's
I'm not trying to take it. I'm not trying to take against all the good things that some churches do. There are just bad people everywhere in the world, but not all churches are bad. Yeah. Just disclaimer.
That was very nice of you, DP. It was very nice and polite.
I'm trying to change my ways. What I was doing wasn't working very well. Being an asshole to everybody doesn't work.
He's trying to learn the whole fucking honey, not fucking vinegar thing. He's realizing it might work a little bit.
I even called Fluff. I was like, dude, you won't believe it.
I don't even know if it was like honey over vinegar so much as he was just like vinegar and napalm whenever he gets his ass in a fucking wad over something like that.
He calls me up. He's like, he calls me up. He says, you will never fucking believe it. He goes, I talked to somebody like a reasonable adult instead of going off on him. He says, and it worked better. Who would have fucking thunk it? And genuinely sounded shocked when he told me.
What can you do?
What can you do, man?
It's weird, man. I'm telling you, these transitions from like environments, you know, it's all environmental sometimes, and what you surround yourself around. And you don't have to be a product of what's immediately around you. You know what I mean? You can tune into almost good people like Fluff and the guys, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll find some truly good people one day. But until then, I got a pretty good fucked up crew over here. I think Fluff should be, like, when he does his taxes, he should definitely write me off as a dependent. He can go in for clinical out at a fucking psychologist.
I was going to talk to your old man about maybe trying to split it 50-50, but we'll talk about it later.
All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's been a pretty slow night over here at the shop. Sold a couple cool things. Sold an E-nail. Sold a nice little fucking recycler. Sold a Puffco Plus. Sold a cool spoon style bowl that I've had my eye on for a while. I was kind of upset because I really did want to buy it. So if I find I want to buy something over here, I try to sell it so I can't buy it.
That's actually really clever. I'll be honest with you.
Chad Westport, cheers, brother. Almost good people.
You already did that.
No.
I feel like if you really want something, it's easier to fucking sell it too, right? Because you're like fucking passionate. You're like, yeah, man, that fucking thing's cool as shit, you know? You're all hyping it up and shit, so it's easy to sell. So it makes sense.
All I got to say is, listen, that's something I want to buy, so I'm not going to be mad at you if you buy it. And usually it's sold right at that. Marketing. But you know what? This is one place, like, I gave up sales for a while because I hate taking advantage of people. You know what I mean? And like sales, there's a big part of that with a lot of things, you know, especially type of sales I was in and stuff. So it's just like being able to do this. I love this community. And if I can steer people in the right direction and give them good quality advice instead of just being like, oh yeah, no, you know? Not only that, I mean, I'm constantly reminding people of the 5 plant limit we have here. You know, everybody's fed up with the dispensaries out here. So the more we educate, you know what I mean? The stronger we can grow, stronger movement we can have. So hell yeah, cheers over, girl. Friday night. Let's get stoned.
Prophet, we're waiting. You're not getting out of this. There's been too much buildup.
I was trying, man. I was really trying.
Fluff even showed up for this one, for Pete's sake. Like, how are you going to do Fluff like that?
Because he likes it.
Well, he does, but you still have to be nice to him.
All right, so I gotta fucking show you jackasses the
Listen,
damn
listen.
pictures too, right?
Yes, that's why we do picture books on Friday nights, because everybody's especially fucked up after working hard all week long. So.
Okay, well, this is how it
That's your thing,
starts.
picture books on Friday nights.
Yeah, apparently.
Love it.
All right, so here's the opening page. I'm gonna read it to you like you're a bunch of children.
Well, we pretty much are. We're just the bigger version of them is all.
Good thing I was dealing with like one, you know, that was kind of young. Okay, it's fucking big dreams, Steve Jobs. All right, little people, big dreams, Steve Jobs. That's the name of the damn book. All
You
right.
know that high schooler you were supposed to be teaching was totally fucking more mature than you are.
Whatever. You have no proof of that. All right, so here's the thing, right? So I imagine he was immaculate. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll start from the thing. Little Steve was born in San Francisco. He was just a baby when he was adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Jobs, a couple who promised to parent him with all their love and the best education they could afford, which apparently was a good fucking one. Page number 2. Okay, so Steve was interested in how things were made, actually, right? And how a great time working with his dad in the garage. That's what that page is for right here. We're going to do this, I forgot, kindergarten style. But he found school quite boring. Steve soon realized that the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And I believe that is his contemplating that.
Prophet, you're doing a great job, buddy. Keep it up.
Fuck.
All right. Not yet.
Hey, don't
One
fucking bother
day.
him. He's reading.
One day he joined a club for curious kids run by an electronics company fascinated by walkie-talkies and instant cameras. Steve stumbled on a mysterious machine that he had never seen before. This is this page right here. Okay, make sure you keep track. What do you think those are? Oh, it matches with the excitement on this page. My bad. So these 2 pages are together. Okay.
Why is
See
your
that?
children's books pages sticking together?
It's brand new, dude. I fucking like it's brand new. And I got a little excited when I first got it. Now, quit changing the subject. Or else you're gonna go in the corner with no fucking milk. All right.
I'm lactose intolerant. Ain't
And whatever. No soy then, all right? It was a computer. It was huge. There was no way a 12-year-old could fit it in their bed, in their room. Steve
Hey,
spent
can
the
you
whole
get,
summer.
A little bit
If
of
you're gonna
inflection,
keep
a little bit of,
interrupting.
like, I just want you to add a little something to it. All right. I don't feel like you're feeling the story.
I'm trying to.
Mad lib it for me. Create your own of their story.
All we're
Listen,
saying is we just want to see a little effort out of you, Prophet. Come on.
Prophet, this is like you're trying to read to your kid. Come on.
Fuck.
fuckers.
Go ahead and chug the rest of that start over.
Okay. I'll try to put a little more heart into this. Okay, guys.
We're just gonna make you read more books until you get it right. So
I
might
would
as
say
well
just
do it
put your
right
balls
first
into it. but-
This is my first attempt, you know. All right. It was a computer. All right. It was fucking huge. There was no way a 12-year-old could fit it in their room. Steve spent the whole summer at Electronics Club learning everything about computers and the most awesome tool ever invented. Look at the size of that computer. Remember when they were that big?
Do you see how much better that is, Prophet?
Okay. All right. Give me a minute. I just
Much
need the other
better.
personality to take over. All right. In high school, people thought Steve was a nerd. I bet he got picked on. Others thought he was a hippie, but Steve was just himself. He could talk about electronics for hours with his friend Woz. All right.
Oh, was.
His boy Woz. All right.
Yeah.
Some may know him as a great Wozniak. After watching The Big Bang Theory, and after having a long walk with his girlfriend, Chrisanne, he realized how much he liked art, literature, and imagine this, her. Isn't that fucking sweet? So, you know.
Aww.
We got lesbian couple.
They look, I don't even know, poorly drawn. Now quit interrupting or else you're going in the fucking corner with no milk. Okay. Steve didn't want his parents to spend his whole life savings on his college diploma, so he dropped out. Genius. But he continued to sneak into classes that interested him, like calligraphy, which taught him the art of writing beautifully. Remember, cursive, kids. It'll be important. He saved all his money and took a long trip to India. Practicing meditation, Steve learned not to worry about yesterday or tomorrow. Kind of good advice. And to focus on today. He knew that one day everything he learned would connect. This is him getting all Dalai Lama-ish.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yay.
Oh, God.
Now, back in California, Steve went to see his friend Woz, who was busy working on a homemade computer, which personally, I think it's Jesus. But that's just between me and you. All right. Steve thought it'd be great if everyone could have a computer at home. He and Woz decided to start a business together. Bet you know the name of it. Can any of you class tell me the name? Come on, we're treating this like a children's class. Can any of you?
Was it Apple?
Very
Mac.
good, Uncle Rick. Very good. Okay.
Yep.
They gave their company the name of a fruit, Apple. Steve's garage became their headquarters. They spent long days and nights programming and imagining what a personal computer might look like. Little digi-ass garage, you know?
Okay.
He didn't know much in that garage, apparently, from the drawing. Woz was a genius engineer, but it was Steve's idea to make computers simple and easy to use. Soon they went from selling 200 computers to becoming a super successful company. I guess you get rainbows after that
Cut a
point.
lot out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think you
That
can
explains
get
the rainbow.
rainbows. But yeah, once you hit a certain point of money. Now, Steve knew that great things are never done by one person, but by a team of people. He hired the most talented artists, designers, engineers, and challenged them to think differently to create the most extraordinary devices. This is his job site, I guess.
Excuse me.
Okay. Whether it was a computer or a mobile phone, Steve showed the world that the design is not just about how things look, but about how they work too. Very important. For him, good design could help make life easier for everyone. Okay. Different generations of computers, I believe, you know, from You know, probably like a classic one over here, you know, well, going backwards to like
Okay.
fucking the flat screens and shit over here.
So are
More do
we getting
have
near
of
the
this shit?
We're at the last, we're coming to the last page. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I don't
I feel
want
like
to
we
end,
really
but-
overreached with this.
Okay. No. I didn't. I thought you were getting frustrated. My bad. I remember.
Yeah,
I'm treating
fucking
you, I'm
pick it up.
treating
We
you
are
like
getting
children.
frustrated.
All
I
right.
need to know how the fucking story ends. Let's go. Fuck.
We're gonna get there. You know what? Just for that. And little
patient.
Steve became one of the most successful entrepreneurs the world has ever seen. A hero in everyday technology. And this just by having the courage to follow his heart and his intuition.
Ah,
And now he's
another
dead.
rainbow.
But they actually have the last. I'll show you. They actually do give you a section where it is some legitimate, you know, info.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you only get one page of that.
Well, that was
All
a
right.
great story.
Glad you enjoyed
Thank
that.
you, Prophet. Thank
Anytime.
you, Prophet.
That was amazing.
Cool.
Thank you. So yeah, Fluff the girlfriend. I went downstairs laughing my ass off, freaking telling everybody in the house, "Holy shit, we got Prophet reading a kid's picture book to a bunch of adults right now. This is amazing." And the girlfriend looks at me. She's like, "It's got to be the Wonky Donkey next week, and then Sally's Beaver the week after that." And then she's like, "I think it's Sally's." And then send me a message after that saying it's actually Brenda's Beaver. But anyways, that's 2 votes.
Those are 2 great books. 2 fantastic books.
You guys are gonna be making me hit up my freaking library over here and like requesting these books. Unless you gotta mail them to me. I can't read them.
So everybody
funny.
mail your books to Prophet. You can DM him on Cannabuzz and he'll send you his address and you can send him whatever the greatest books you can think of for him to read are. Makes me think of, like I just mentioned in the live chat, like, have any of you seen the video of Odorous Urungus from Guar reading Goodnight Moon? Like, it's fucking brilliant, all right? Prophet doing something like that. I like it. Or it's, what is it? Samuel L. Jackson reading Go the Fuck to Bed or something like that. That was another good one, right? Prophet could have his own niche.
I think Christopher Walken reading The 3 Little Pigs was absolutely epic. I don't
haven't
care.
seen this one. I'll have to
Oh
watch it.
my God. Well,
I think we just got-
one piggy was a Dunsky.
I think we just got 2 of the best fucking reviews ever in fucking chat. One fucking Stony Rockefeller said, "Not really sure what that was, but my kids are crying now. Thanks, Prophet." And Adam said, I will pay so that he does not read anymore. Please.
Okay, well,
So-
the Patreon link, we'll have that posted in the show description before long. And
Yeah.
Because if I don't get a book by next week, I can pull out either, you know, Dr. Seuss or the Berenstain Bears. We can go medieval on that ass.
Berenstein Bears. That's what we're watching, listening to next week.
We probably shouldn't even say this because like nobody will even show up. You know, you guys are fucking yourself, right?
well, pretty soon people show up just to fucking spew venom and hatred at you because you won't shut the fuck up with the books, even though we're actually forcing you to do it behind the scenes. You're like, don't make me do it, guys. They're fucking swearing at me and saying all this mean shit. We're like, fuck you, Prophet. Get on there and do it.
Oh, you'll never hear me complain about them swearing, bitching at me. It's just I add that to the list, dude.
Yeah, no, you're a trooper, man. You're a trooper. That's fucking one of the reasons.
Yeah.
How you? Oh, well, that was like a fucking walrus. What the hell? How you feeling, Rick?
Oh God.
Hey, Rick, what are you
How
doing
long
with
has it
that
been,
2x4?
man? I'm proud of myself for lasting this long on the air, but
Oh, I forgot.
Hey, Rick, what are you doing with that tent behind you? Is there like a purpose? You just got that thing open? Are we gonna put the map in there? Are we gonna do some like real fancy shit with the map in the tent? What do you got planned for that, man?
That's on the left.
Actually, I'm considering moving in. Yeah, it's big enough. That's for sure. Yeah, no, this will be my new home.
Yeah, you're just hanging out in the tent now, huh? Yeah,
Pretty much.
All right, cool.
You gotta bring a TV in there. That like add some furniture, or you just gonna be sitting on the floor.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. It's my life.
We could throw another pin in your map behind you there, Rick. When I was talking about Guar earlier, Small Tubes in the chat was saying that they're actually from his hometown. So I believe that would be in Virginia somewhere. There's another pin you could throw in there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know which town it is. I just not looking to get that specific on people, but looking for one person in a state is maybe a little bit harder.
Well, we're dealing with a couple of Virginias in the okay, starting off. Okay. Good too.
Okay, so my geography isn't quite as brushed up as yours. I'll have to maybe DM and Small Tubes. Can you DM us which Virginia you are in?
My God, again.
Richmond, Virginia.
Okay. Okay, that narrows it down. That's pinpointable for sure. Got to find my thumbtacks in this mess. Oh my God.
Gee, are you about done? How much more of that shit you trimming up still? He said, fuck this shit. I'm out. I don't even want to fucking talk to that guy. What an asshole.
What happened?
I don't know.
I'm even more confused now.
I know. That's why I said that. I was going to sit here and maybe like see if I can make you like fucking, I don't know, head start smoking. You know, try to figure out what's going on. I don't know.
I haven't smoked anything in a bit.
Well, you should get on that. What's your problem?
You're right. I think you're right. It's like an avalanche of weed stuff in the floor over there.
Got anything good?
I don't have any with me. So I got one of our local growers had the cream that she was growing, and here's a funny thing. So I found out she was about to crop and have this finished a couple weeks ago through my buddy that I've got to go through to get to her product. She's got fire stuff. And she's like, oh, yeah, I got the cream, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in BC that has it. And my buddy repeats that to me, and I'm like, okay, the cream by Irie Genetics, where the only distributor authorized by him to sell it in Canada is located in Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Very unlikely she's the only one to have it, but it's a very nice try. But anyways, I wish I had the bag with me because, like, man, this chick can fucking grow. Like, hey, she's much better grower than I am. And I freaking, you know, it's one of those, as much as you hate to admit it kind of things, but it's like, hey, nothing wrong with that either. But yeah, the cream from fucking Irie that have nice, big, fat, dense fucking nugs. And yeah, it's fire. So instead, I'm going to smoke some wedding cake because that's what's within reach. And not quite the big, huge nugs. And I'm showing them to you in the shadows, of course, so you can't get a good look because, you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Is everybody else smoking?
Wow, that got really quiet. Lemon OG, because I'm trying to smoke all of my sativas because I am over fucking being paranoid. Like super duper paranoid. Not just your regular, oh, that scared me a little bit. No, like the other day I go to say something to my husband, but he's in the doorway where I don't know he's there, but I screamed like he was an axe murderer. Yeah, like it's got me fucking like on edge, hanging from
Sounds
the
like-
ceiling fan.
Sounds
fucking
like crack,
freaking out.
man.
Yeah,
coffee
it's-
and
it's
maybe you should lay
Sounds
off
like
the
it's
coffee and
tweaking.
sativa.
I don't drink coffee. No caffeine, none. It's all the sativa. I love how you're trying to show us that, and all it does is make the hole in your head.
You know, when we were sitting up there at that that Clio Croptober thing, Fagroli was right next to all the Michigan crew, and I think I was the only one super excited to get like the weird collab thing. They were all like, "Ooh, I want that single source like lime skunk," and that I don't know. He had some weird green shit on the table. He's like, "Yeah, man, I took a bunch of like solventless guys stuff and blasted it." I was like, "Ooh, that sounds like my kind of style. Give me that." And I'll tell you what, it's fucking fire as shit, dude. It is so good. But yeah, they all talked about it, right? This lime skunk. I don't know. He called this monster mash. Like the name sold me right there. And it's kind of got like oh shit. You ain't never gonna see color, probably. Yeah, maybe a little bit. All right, it literally blends into the background of it's like almost the same color. But yeah, it's like, but it's so good. Man, that guy knows what he's doing. I'll tell you what. Apparently, it's not as much of an indica as he said. It was kind of like maybe be a downer, but I feel like a damn motor mouth. So maybe not so much.
Has anybody had, I want to say it's Monster Cookie, but they also gave me the same other bag that said Cookie Monster. So has anybody tried either or?
Nope, but I want to because of the name.
Right? And this is why I got it. But my son is like wanting to give it back. He's like, no, it's making me tired. It's making me sleepy. And it's the only weed I got. So I'm just like, oh, just grab something out of a jar and hope to God it don't put you to sleep. But I just wondered if it did it to anybody else, because I don't know if I paid attention because I smoke indica all day long. So I don't usually notice that shit.
Wait, you were just complaining you had a bunch of sativa. Why don't you give some of that?
I do because I usually do the daytime, nighttime lately, and I realize I can't fucking do sativa at all. Like, forget the fucking daytime, nighttime. No, I'm paranoid all fucking day long. The only time I chill is when I'm smoking my fucking nighttime weed. No,
So
I'll go
dump
back
it
to
all
my
on the
fucking-
boy. Drop your sativa right on the boy. Be like, here, take this.
So anyway, true enough. But I'm almost done it all. He wants like ounces and shit like that. Like, no. He's just bugging me at the wrong fucking time is all. Like, on the show, I'm like 2 minutes before the show, I'm like, are you still like standing here? Is there something like I can do for you? Yeah, so no, just get out of my face for a minute. I'll figure out his fucking problem after the show.
Oh, fuck.
I'll say he's 21 years old, so it's not like I'm talking to my 16-year-old or 14-year-old or something like that. He's an adult. He's just a pain in the ass like he's 14.
I know what that's like. Same age, same issue.
Yeah. Don't get us started. Anyway,
Yeah,
how's
yeah.
everybody else's life?
I don't know what I'm smoking. What am I smoking? I'm smoking some Felician Hooker at the moment.
Okay, so why are you hiding the widows from me? I need to
It's
know.
not. It's not the widows. It's a friend of the widows, and I wasn't just gonna.
No, that's fine. I'm not asking about whoever's in the room with you right now. I'm asking why are you hiding the widows from me?
White's been not feeling too good and been running. She's been doing school, so like late night,
sick and
you know.
doing school, that sucks.
Yeah,
Tell her
well, it's
I-
not really sick. It's just run down.
Run
You know,
down.
I don't want to be like, oh, she's got the fucking flu and
Oh,
she's going to
well,
school
no, I
spreading it
get
like an
that.
asshole. I guess let me tone that down a bit. You know, she's just a little bit drained after having to do all this running around, going to school and all this whatnot.
So she's sleeping while you're on the show. I get you. That's
Yeah.
fine. Say hi to everyone for me.
I will. And Black's has been
She's always busy. So I'm
Yeah.
expecting her to be busy. So yeah,
I
that's
asked,
fine.
I asked White to come on before the show even started, but she was like, "Nah, I'm going to bed." I was like, "All right."
No worries. I'll
Blame
try
me.
to bug her when she's awake.
I miss her. You know, she was kind of like my support on a Friday.
Right? Yep. I was leaving it alone for a while. And then I was like, okay, no, I'm going to say something today. That's it. I've had enough.
Nope, it wasn't a power move or anything like that. Yeah, I didn't assert my dominance or anything. You know,
You know, that's the first thing I thought, right? He's holding the girls from me, right?
I knew it. No, nothing like that.
I'm just teasing.
They're just slammed, man. Everybody's slammed right now.
No, I know. And that's why I wasn't really bugging, because a lot of everybody has now gone back to work or whatever, and they're busy as hell and shit. And
Yep.
I'm lucky enough not
And-
to be there yet.
And everybody took a big old long break, and then now they're trying to start back up, and it's fucking
Fucking hard.
wearing them out.
No, I know. When I went back and was doing that for my daughter, it's just like, holy cow, man, just walking up and down your stairs. But there is a lot of them. But I mean, it's just even that. I was just like, I'm not used to this shit. This is like work.
And I got Sequence making me some stuff. I'm not on
What are
mute,
you
so-
saying?
He's
You're
making
not on
us.
mute. That's right. Well, we need to know what you're saying.
But now we're jealous.
I was talking out loud. I said a comment. Said you need Sequence number for glass repair. Thank you. I already have him on some glass assignments. Yes. Super stoked. I was just saying, it's crazy. These are all the pieces that people don't want when they buy glass. So
I know my son does that to me all the time. I've got freaking bowls all over the place. He's like, I won't use a bowl. I'm like, holy Christ, man, pass them over. Especially when they're neat and cool.
I traded for like a whole case of bowls. I must have had like 15, 20 of them. I gave them all away. They were nice ones too. Like they weren't super designed. They were just the ones you'd find in like the small gas station, you know, with that one glass container. It's, you know, those type of bowls. So it's not like, it wasn't anything spectacular, but they were nice bowls anyway. They were thicker glass, and I just gave them all away. I don't care for a bowl. I don't know why. Yeah, you were bragging about that thing earlier, Fluffy. Big prick.
I was, man. This shit is fucking good. God damn
Funny.
camera. Yeah.
Love the hole in the head.
Yeah, right. Dude, I'll tell you what. You know what? All those times, you know, these guys in Michigan, and you know, you sit there and they look at, you know, the MCMA trying to take away caregivers' rights and shit. That's the fucking reason why. Because a guy like fucking Red is putting it out there, man. He has packaging every bit as good as theirs. It's fucking, you know, it's glass. You know, he ain't fucking around with no bunch of wasted plastic. It's beautiful packaging with fucking fire on the inside and all the fucking same shit. So yeah, when they're scared of fucking home growers, that's why right there, man. Fucking Red is killing that fucking caregiver game.
Right on.
So he has contained fire in a bottle. Impressive.
That is correct. He has contained fire in a bottle. Dude, yeah, I mean, you should see that shit. I mean, I mean, when Red set up, it was it's like a jewelry display what he had set up, man. His hash was just display. I mean, he took like an hour setting up his hash box, and it looked just pinpoint, man. And it really did look like you were buying like an expensive piece of jewelry when you bought something from fucking Red's table, dude. It was phenomenal. Yeah, so I can't say enough about it, man. He's, like I said, killing the fucking game when it comes to caregiving.
Well, I was smoking on purple pound cake out of my brand new piece. Yellow Submarine.
Aw, cool.
I saw that earlier.
I like that.
Is that like silicone on the outside?
Yeah, it's silicone on the outside and glass, and it's dishwasher safe, actually. Yeah.
You're adorable.
Where I was born, there lived a man.
Thank you for the
Exactly.
commercial.
That movie was interesting. It was a strange cartoon.
I grew up on that cartoon. Yeah. That's pure nostalgia right here.
It is. I kind of clung more to the wall though.
Catchy.
I was just kind of more of a wall guy than like I didn't mind the Yellow Submarine. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick between the two, I was totally a wall guy. But I am jealous of your bong.
It is cool.
Is that a bong or a bowl? Like, do you put water in that?
Yeah, you put water in it and everything.
All right.
It's a bong. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Red saying, and it was great, like getting a sesh with everybody, right? The sesh was basically just this fucking constant day of joints just getting fucking passed around and around and around. And it's like, at some point, Thunder Dan, we're talking with him. He's got some count of like 750 joints or something we've fucking smoked in the goddamn day. I know I can't feel my lungs, but it cracked me up somehow or another. I'm always like making sure like Blue Kiss was over on my fucking left. And that poor lady got so many fucking dead roaches that it was just fucking hilarious. And even when there was like one coming up, I'd try to snag that bitch and get it over to her just so I could keep fucking with her. She was so fucking great to hang out with, man. It was great.
Is anyone that was doing any outdoor growing still outdoors or what?
Nope. Need to bring those in.
I don't think there's a way to keep
Yeah,
PM
mine are
off of anything in my area at the moment. So I wouldn't even attempt to have anything out there anymore.
Yeah, the bud rot went from one, and then I noticed it bounced. I was just like, yeah, things are just not drying off quick enough. So
We
down
put
they
our
came.
heat on 3 days ago. So no, there's no way my plants would survive. I'm not surviving in my bloody house. It's fucking cold out these days.
Yeah, we haven't turned the heat on, but it gets a little chilly. My room, because it's not insulated, and it used to be a garage that's got reconditioned to be a bedroom. So there's no insulation in the walls. And I think I woke the other morning like in 50 degrees. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, I didn't want to get out of bed because I know how cold it is. And I'm walking across a tile bedroom floor. And I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Because like the heater duct is only like this big, right? As opposed to like it being like that, because they built it afterwards. And it makes it was probably just for the garage to keep it kind of warm, but it makes no sense. It's also got like a cathedral ceiling that goes up pretty high, probably about 15 feet, maybe 10. Yeah, I think.
So that's where your heat is anyway.
Well, it's just, if I got any heat going anywhere, it's going up there, And we have a fan, and here's the irony: we have a ceiling fan, but it only works if you turn the power on. But we have these 4 fucking what are those fucking circle spotlight, practically light bulbs that run recess lighting that runs across the beam, that runs across the beam in the middle of my bed. So the only way for the fan to work is if that light's on. So there's no fucking way to do it at night.
Oh my God.
It blew, dude, it's got a remote, and I'm hitting the switch that's also connected to it. Like, I'm trying like every which way, and I'm like, this is madness. Like, I would have to go up there and unscrew the bulbs just to actually do that every night. So yeah.
Sounds like a chore.
Yeah, it is. And I can't reach it because it's up kind of high. I'd actually fucking have to step up on something, like, but yeah, like,
Get the ladder out, dear. We need to go to bed.
but yeah, what asshole makes it so you can't turn the light off and run the fan at the same time? Like, that's just cruel. I don't care. That was preemptive. I'm blaming like the previous homeowners. They did that shit on purpose.
Oh,
They
well,
knew
look
that.
who decides to show up. What's going on,
He's the
Sam?
You let him in.
Breeze. Good
God, I
to
love
see you,
it.
Breeze.
In here.
What's up, bees?
Hey,
How's everybody? I know how
Bees,
Rick
have you
is.
tried these yet?
No.
THCO, do they come out with a new one like every week now?
God.
This,
Is it a
they say this is supposed to be like 3 times stronger than regular THC. Fucking hey, why can't we just smoke real weed?
What?
Yep.
So wait, that's
Sorry. But ain't
a
Because
that
they're-
THCO? Wow.
Yes.
Got a new variant?
Yeah, I heard there's
What-
another
what-
new variant too.
Is that
What kind of
gay?
fucked up chemicals you got to spray on it to get THCO?
I don't know,
Well,
man.
if you take the
varies.
rest of the alphabet, like you gotta take each letter of the alphabet before the O, genetically modify that, then you get to that.
Yeah, they
What is
skipped. I feel like they skipped a lot and jumped right to the O.
It was A.
Well, crack
You know what I'm
lack, Beezy,
saying?
what are you doing tonight?
DP. That you
What am
just
I
showed-
doing?
No, what is
Not
that
you.
exactly that you just showed
Bees.
me?
Oh, this is just a pre-roll. We got some new stuff in over here at the smoke shop, and this is a THCO pre-roll. So
I keep forgetting you're there. That's right.
at least
THCO.
I don't like pushing the Delta 8 or 10, but at least that's like derived from CBD. You know what I mean? This THCO isn't derived from anything like that. It's purely synthetic, from my understanding. So
You never smoked it, obviously, or done it.
no.
No, I didn't think so.
I have a question for Rick.
Yes,
Rick.
he's still.
If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
You've given me enough time, enough episodes to think about an answer. You'd think I'd be able to come up with something.
You're so soft.
I will before the end of the show. I promise you.
I keep changing mine. I've changed
He's an
mine the other day
owl.
too. And I thought about you, Bees, because I was
What
like,
is it
I know
now?
what I want to be right now. I want to be a bear so I can hibernate because I fucking hate this goddamn cold.
Oh boy.
I know what
I
Prophet would want.
feel
to do.
ya. I feel you there.
I bet you do.
Fluffy's trying to show us something, but it's a camouflage.
You're doing a great job of hiding it, buddy. Doesn't
Great
matter what
job.
you. Okay, I got your nose. I got your nose.
There's weed in that bag. You would never know it.
A neutral. Cheers.
I try. God
Oh,
damn it.
fuck.
Fucking, it's way better than seeing this fucked up background. That's some of the GG fast that. Oh yeah, look at that. Now it just wants to fucking work. Like, there you go. I don't know what the problem was, dipshit. That's some GG fast that Blue Kiss Gardens gifted me while we were out there. I think I'm gonna bust into that right now. See what that's all about.
Ooh.
She is a gnarly person.
Did she slip you a
Did she bring
roofie
it-
in there? You might want to be careful.
She may have. She was looking kind of sweet on me. I don't know. She was always there. She was always on my left. She loved me.
You know
Taking
what's
my
great?
joints.
Uh,
I finally
Hey.
saw a picture of Mrs. Fluffy.
Okay.
It was great.
More information than I really want to know.
What would you like to know, Mr. Uncle Rick?
Okay. Well, okay. To start, how do I change my name in chat to Uncle Rick? Somehow I ended up with Let's Be Buds, and
That's when you
can't-
sign into YouTube. That's your YouTube sign in, not your
Yeah.
Zoom account. So that's in your YouTube. You got to go into your settings of YouTube.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I've
you'll want to do it
tried it.
tomorrow. You'll do it tomorrow, but yeah.
I'll show you how to do it and how to change
Flip it upside down.
But you're gonna try to do it when he's naked. You can tell him that you don't feel comfortable while he's showing you naked. He'll be fine to cover up. He'll give you a hard time, but he's really not that bad to look at naked.
He will
Hey.
do it.
Great to see everybody. Great to
Not
see
that bad of
y'all.
a guy naked.
Yeah, it's
An interesting statement. I've never heard that kind of statement before.
Well, for his age,
You've
we'll
probably
just say
been in a shower full of naked men, but whatever.
Oh my God. I just wanna blend into the
can't two grown men look at the stars together at night in the middle of the woods
As long as it's
you
not
know
a
what
brown.
I'm
in
talking
a parked
about.
car.
No, I can't escape this, can I?
Nope.
There's no getting away from it.
You can go crawl inside the tent and close it, but other than that, I don't know.
What do you want to know?
Hey, so I do have a couple of questions about the tent. Okay, starting with, why don't they make it all the way to the ceiling? Like, why all that space? And if I'm gonna have that space above the tent, does it make any difference if it was like below the tent? In other words,
Like-
can I raise the tent off the ground?
Yes.
You got to get a permit for that though.
My small tent that I was using for Bloom, it's now my veg tent, the 26 by 30 or 20 by 36 inch. I had it up on two of those Sterlite totes where it was in its previous location in our furnace room. Just up on that, and then it stops you from having to bend down or anything like that because it's a foot and a half off the ground. I agree. They did make 8-foot tents, and I think if you look online, they do make them so that they do have a raisable roof, so you can raise them up a foot or whatever it is. But I kind of wonder about the durability of something like that.
Well, I mean, you get into something like the Gorilla Grow tents. Like you get an 8-foot tent and then an extra extension, and that tent's just as sturdy at max as it is, with it, not stretched out. So
You're trying to raise the tent?
Yeah, like how high are your ceilings, Rick?
Because I mean,
Yeah,
with
they
pallets,
say
what?
90, 96 standard 96.
So you got an 8-foot ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you buy an 8-foot tent?
No, I
Oh,
didn't even
you-
realize that. I
He's
didn't
so
even
lucky
think
to-
about the height. Quite frankly, I just looked at the square footage and I thought, okay, I can accommodate that big a tent, but I really didn't think about the height.
I didn't do that either on the first one I bought, and it was a little 5-footer, and like that's cool and everything, but it's a 5-foot tent. So now if you have something like a cannon in there that hangs down all those inches, you know what I mean? That's
Right.
when it becomes a little bit of a problem. But as long as you get it the right height, absolutely, that's a great thing to talk about, because look at what you're buying. A lot of times you just get in shock, like, oh yeah, 4x4, 5x5, but you're not looking at the rest of the specifications and stuff like that. So
Well, there's no turning back on the tent that I got. There's no turning back.
So the answer is they do make them go all the way to the ceiling. Didn't buy one that went all the way to the ceiling.
That is correct.
I'm a fuck up.
That's
I know
true.
that.
no, you're never a fuck up.
You don't have to agree. Nobody has to agree with me, okay?
No, we agree. But I mean, you just want to raise it up. So my question is, can you put pallets under it?
I heard Little Blue think so.
I mean, yeah,
Wait,
you can
what?
raise it up.
Is that what you were trying to do? You were trying to raise it up? I mean, can you stick a layer of pallets under it?
I'm seriously thinking about just getting a big couple of sheets of plywood and put them together and raise them a foot off
Yeah.
the ground. And
The only thing you need to think about, Rick, is think about how much weight you are putting on the bottom. So when you have soil or when you have your water reservoir, whatever you're putting in the bottom of that tent, whatever you're putting up there to hold that tent up, make sure it holds it.
I got you.
That's the only thing you really have to think about.
If you're gonna raise it up, it's a pretty big tent. Are you not gonna still step inside it?
Steel girder.
Possibly, yeah.
So then why not
Yeah.
just leave it on the ground and raise the fucking plants up?
All right, build a brick.
Oh God,
Cement, just
So then
raise
you
it
don't
up
have
with a
to-
whole entire brick wall.
That's really what
Why
you're
do you want it up off the ground?
bend over.
Which does lead me to my next question was, how am I going to irrigate this this monstrosity. And I did notice hay to Stony in the house. And Stony, you were using what are they called? What are those pots?
Auto pots.
Thank you. Auto pots, yeah. But actually, Stony was shying away from them, and I wanted to ask him why.
He had, when I was talking to him back then when he was using them and stuff, he had a lot of problems. He said just consistency of them staying, getting clogged and stuff like that. I have heard other people talk about the difference between those and like Blue Mat or something like that. They do have some other options now that work a little bit better than the Blue Mat in different aspects, that it doesn't have like the thing that you have to prime or whatever right at the beginning of it that you have to make exactly right. Just more user-friendly auto watering systems.
Okay.
But I do remember him complaining a lot about those the auto pots, and his DWC was doing the best from last time I heard. So
yeah,
and Rick, the only real downside, I was just going to say to, raising your pots up, considering that you have the small tent, is getting them too close to your light. So that's the reason, when you go to check your height, if you're going to try to get things off the ground, when you buy those smaller tents, it's hard because, some of these new lights, they're very powerful and they don't give you a whole lot of room to play with in these small tents. So, even raising them up is kind of hard when you've got that small tent because you're just getting too close to the lights sometimes. So just, be really cautious about, how close you're getting up there so you're not frying your shit.
What is the purpose of you wanting the tent off the ground to begin with?
I don't know. I haven't really come up with a good answer for that. Other than that, I don't have to bend over as far.
Levitating tent. Decent.
Well,
gravity,
you're still going to have to step into it no matter how high you raise it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, how big of a tent is
I
that?
thought you were trying to actually.
5 by 5. It's a decent sized tent.
He's got a good tent, yeah.
I had no idea until I started putting it together how big it was. Yeah.
If you raise it, you're adding a step.
Yeah, you don't want to raise it. I mean, at worst, you just call this one a learning experience and get the right size tent next time.
Oh yeah.
Or you talk to all the people here who you have a big giant resource to. You talk to some of us and we say, hey, you got all this headroom. What's your headroom? You could buy a tent that fits that. Give you all the pros and cons to that. Because some of us, we do these things. We know what we're talking about.
It's not all about length, Rick. It's not all about length, bro. Sometimes it's about height.
Girth.
And width. And see, all you thought about was length and width. You never thought about height.
Yeah. Martin says cut a hole in the bottom and then lift the whole tent up. What does it say?
Oh yeah.
Panda plastic.
Staple to the ceiling.
And then just reseal it with Panda film on the bottom. Why not?
Just flex seal that shit right to your ceiling.
Ah, there you go. Hey, he ain't wrong, man. You got some reflective shit. You can make a tent. That's all. You don't need much to make a tent, man.
Just leave it how it is.
Yeah. Yep. Just leave it how it is.
Fine.
Like I said,
fine.
Raise your pots up and just beware when you go to grow them in your lights.
Okay, but now watering. How am I going to water these fictitious plants that I don't even have?
I usually use water.
The water helps?
Yep.
Yeah, water definitely helps.
Okay.
That's how I water them. I don't know about anybody else.
Do they take much water at this level? At this stage?
Well, some people like to use a fertigation process where they actually put a little fertilizer in with water and then give it to plants. So I mean, there's that option too.
I've heard of such
right now. They need a lot
freaky
of water.
science, but that's witchcraft, man.
You should really be filling that up with water right now. I thought they needed a ton, especially at this time. Just turn a hose off.
I mean, first you need to make the butt chugging reservoir in the bottom. That's how you're going to water them. We need to get Rick a whole fucking butt chugging setup.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Stick
what
a
we
kiddie
need.
pool in
talking
there.
about.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick a kiddie pool in my basement.
Yep. Rick,
Uh,
you need some kiddie pools, buddy. You need some kiddie pools and some 40-gallon pots. So
No,
you
we
can
said
fit-
we said
you
pools,
can-
buddy.
You can fit the.
I got
I
room.
think it's. I think you
I
can
got-
buy. Oh! Here's how you'll do it. Right. So you just make a real small, simple PVC frame that stands up. I don't know, 8-10 inches. Right. Fill that whole thing in with a pond liner and hydrogen, and then you can fit 4 40-gallon pots inside that 5x5. And all you would have to do is sit there and run a hose in there and put about 100 gallons of fucking water in there and walk away and come back in like 3 months.
You make it sound so easy, man. You make it sound so easy.
Well, yeah, it's
Even
just
better.
like that. Just
Keep it
like
simple, Stoner. Come on,
Oh,
we're,
yeah,
we're,
see,
we're,
we-
we're
we
pretty
said-
good at getting ghetto. We can break some stuff,
We started talking butt stuff and Bala showed up quick.
right? We're gonna get yelled at because we were talking about using the kiddie pools. You'd be like, "Nah, dumbasses, don't use that."
Hell no! I said a pond liner and fucking
No, I'm talking-
some
I-
PVC. We
I
were gonna
don't have a
line the whole
tank. I
bottom
got a
of the
room.
tank.
I got a room.
Okay,
I'm talking about
we can
me.
still do that. We can still do that, Prophet. I will show you. It's easy.
I am not making that attempt. Nope.
Oh, you're so afraid of it.
No. I've experienced some bad things with water, man. I just don't. Can't do it. But where I'm putting the pool, if anything happens, it leads right to where my sub pump is, and my basement is designed to obviously kind of slope slightly to that sub pump hole. So if anything did happen, it would be like a short trail.
Hey, there it was. Shit, who said it? Damn it. I already lost it in chat. I know it's chat's not even moving and I lost it. That's awesome. South Nielsen Farms, right? He said put the fucking fish tank in there and just fucking feed through your garbage can.
That's what I just said. Yeah, just
Either
throw 'em
that
in
or put the kiddie pools in there and put the fish in
the
there.
fucking kiddie pool, man. Just fucking let them.
Yeah, put them in a kiddie pool, man. But make sure you feed,
You just got to keep the water up.
yeah. Make sure you keep adding water because the plants are going to be
Don't come
drinking
back-
that shit.
Don't come back in 2 weeks.
The fish are just dead, sideways.
Oh God.
I know,
Oh,
we know
yeah.
you'd never let that happen. It's all right.
Belly up. Oh, I better
Oh, Rick.
check. Thanks for reminding me. I better check
I have a
my
question. for you.
family.
If you were a boat, what kind of boat would you be?
I'm still working on the animal, let alone a boat.
Well, fucking, I know, I'm trying to help you out. How about this? If you were a board game, what board game would you be? That's a little more your expertise.
If I was a
A board game. Oh, so you got him to sit back down. He's coming back.
You're going to see. And this is why he neglects the fish.
Is this hot? Board game.
Dude, you stumped him.
Did I break Rick? I broke his microphone.
No, he pulled his microphone wire out.
Oh, shoot. I would like to shout out Southern Vermont Grower. I can't type it out the right way in the chat. So I'll just say it over the fucking. Here we are. Hurting would be a tugboat. So would I, dude. Tugboats are badass.
I would be some kind of battleship. Just because.
That's cool.
Either that or, like, I don't know, fucking submarine. But does that count as a boat?
Submarine.
I mean, does that count?
Yeah, hell yeah, that counts.
All right. I want to be a nuclear sub. Armed.
It's a water vessel for sure. I think Rick would be a some sort of like schooner.
A dinghy.
Yeah, yeah, his own small sailboat. Rick, if only we could hear you, buddy.
What the fuck is he doing?
It's tripping out. And it's
We
okay.
cannot hear you, bro.
It's okay.
You know, I'd probably say I'd have to be a pontoon, probably.
Yeah, you would be a pontoon.
Right, just fucking hanging out, chilling, doing my thing.
I don't like one of those
All
fucking
good.
cigarette boats that you would see on Miami Vice would be pretty sweet too.
Those would be pretty bitchin', dude. Right? Like just one of those like 80s like sex boats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Rick would be a paddle boat, says Hurton. He could be. Rick would probably be a canoe.
And Rick's saying that he's saying, fuck you guys. I would be the biggest, baddest motherfucker. It's called an aircraft carrier, you sons of bitches. Fucking, you can't mess with me. Don't make me come down to the States and whoop your ass. I swear all
I'm
of
a
that
nuclear
came out of his
sub.
mouth.
He would never
Yeah,
get
see,
me.
he just said
He'd
you
never
go
get
ahead
me.
and kiss his fucking ass.
I got a warhead. Blow me
He's
up.
playing
You're
with your
gone too.
kids.
All right. If I go, you go. We can't. Yep. See, he's telling me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, Family Farm said he'd be a drug smuggling submarine.
He
for
said
sure.
you're lucky there's a screen between us.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know why he is cussing so much.
I don't know.
Really inappropriate.
My mom's gonna get a rough tonight, dude.
Okay, what are you trimming tonight, buddy? Did you bring in all your plants from outside?
Dude, Jiba doesn't want to talk to us. He just likes to sit there and be like the sexy ginger. He's just like, look at my man beard. Look at my fucking weed. I'm too good to talk to you.
I know he's not brushing it. He's probably so
I'm
mad,
surprised. I'm
He's
surprised
still
he's
on-
actually even fucking listening to us, to be honest.
right? I fucking read a kitty book for
Can't
fuck's
hear
sake.
you, Jubei.
I know. I think he knows.
Whoa, there you go.
That shit everywhere.
He's got some pots in there, or
He
some
said, "Yo, I'm fucking busy. I'm listening to y'all."
and I can't hear him, so I don't know what the fuck it is.
Nah.
Right?
For all I know, it could be meatloaf.
Well, you know,
Look
he's
at all
got
the
his
people
fucking.
That is fucking purple. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's
I
got
was
that.
muted.
Yeah.
I'm busy for the last bit there. So we're just waiting to get everything in jars. I got, I don't know, 30 or 40 jars so far, but waiting on the rest.
Dang.
But I don't know, some of you guys might have missed out on what happened to me last week. I got a call from one of my old buddies. And he said, I grew a bunch of stuff, and he's like, I don't really smoke it, so why don't you come get it?
Fucking purple, man.
Oh, it's crazy. I'll get a better looking one here. But yeah, I'm like, Paul, you serious? He's like, yeah, man. I just like watch the girl on the white then think and then here.
It looks like like a fucked up mini version of like one of those purple cauliflowers right now. That's how purple that shit is. It's crazy. And nice tight fucking structure on it. It looks like.
What does it smell like?
GB, I'm close enough for you to give me some of that. Just
Here
saying.
you are. No, it smells weird. It's Barney's Farm Purple Punch. We just ran Barney's Farm Purple Punch indoors, but I harvested September 15th or 20th or something. And they have the identical smell and identical look. So, I don't know. There was a bunch of Barney's Farm Purple Punch cones running here in the spring. And we're kind of a small town farm area, you know. So I'm putting two and two together, and I'm thinking that, but it's got like that really gentle smell. It's not very dank until you can feel it, like put it in a bag in your pocket or put it in a jar. It's almost like plasticine or something. Like it's got a weird funky smell, but it's not. It doesn't jump out. But yeah, I don't know. It's nice though. It's dark. It's like it really kind of throws people off. you guys ever grown any strains out of that? Cut like.
I've never got anything that purple. But I've never done any purple strains up until the one that's in my basement right now. So I'll get back at ya.
My hashing got pretty purple.
It did.
Yeah. Fucking Prophet's hashing got was probably pretty close to that. I had some purple kush that'll get really close to that, but you really got to drop the temperatures for it to do it. And sometimes it's just not feasible. But
It was a strain I actually had that was, well, I didn't have it. It was given to me. It was called like Chokely or something like that. It had this wicked ass weird name, but I showed it to you before. The shit was practically black. Like, but no, that's beautiful bud you got there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It's got this weird smell, but as a 20-something year cannabis user, my olfactory sense just knows. I got the Toucan Sam nose. So it's like, I know it's going to be good. I can't tell you what it smells like or anything. It's so unique. But like plasticine, like old shitty stuff from like the 80s when we were kids, that stuff that was 19 colors maxed together and it was a shit brown color. And it had that weird fucking face smell of fucking plasticine. It's got that fucking, that's like, two or three people have said that, but there's also a dank in there too. So it's like, I don't know, really weird, but shit. Like I said, buddy phoned me. He's an old hunting buddy and stuff, and he's just like, fucking grew it for whatever. Look how fucking beautiful it is. My wife wants it out of here, stinking up the yard. Like, okay, into the truck it goes. Here's a bottle of whiskey and fucking have a great day.
It's a hell of a good trade.
He doesn't smoke, but he's like, I have one joint a year at the hunt camp or something. So I know he's into Gibson's whiskey, so I bought him a big jug of that.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good trade all around, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's an old farm boy too, so he's probably putting like straight up, good stuff in the. It was right on the edge of his garden plot, of his little veggie plot. So yeah, he did a good job for fucking not being a cannabis enthusiast, right?
Right.
Rick's grown some purple weed. Haven't you, Rick?
There's no mildew, no white mildew, but there was a couple rotted buds on it. I'm still finding the odd bit here and there as I pry open the really large colas. But that's why this year I did a wet trim, and I've been down here for I don't know how many days straight, man. Just picking through buds and trimming and sorting and double checking everything. I had to throw out a whole plant. My killer cheese dog, I was finding too much, and I pulled the plug, And that was funny. Like about 20 minutes after I pulled the plug on that plant and covered it in garbage, really threw it in a garbage can and covered it with stuff so I wouldn't be tempted to do anything with it, or my friends that were here trimming wouldn't touch it or anything. That's when I got the phone call to go grab this. So it's kind of funny. It was like, okay, I did the right thing by just throwing this plant out. It's got mold here and there. And whoever's in charge thanked me by saying, you know what? Good job. Go get some purple fucking dank. So it all worked.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always a fan, that plant, right? When you don't want to tempt yourself, it just goes right on the burn pile. It gets fucking burned that day. Fucking gone. Sorry. The neighborhood gets to fucking smell it.
A couple of the trimmers were talking, we could do this, we could do that. So I just threw it in a garbage can and covered it in like fucking dog hair and fucking everything.
Yeah, just throw all the nastiest shit you could on it. Like, I ain't washing that out. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, we could do hats. No, we can't. The problem is it looked beautiful. You could have done anything with it, really, honestly. But as soon as you grabbed it, like a bud like this, you just grab it, and as soon as you went like this down to the main stem was gray, and then you see it's like kind of yellow and brown into the bud, but green all around the outside, beautiful looking. It's just, we had moisture for 3 weeks. Like, it's still moist and cold and dark and damp. So there's like any bud that's thicker than my thumb, I had no hope, man. It was getting moisture in there, and then it was over. So Yeah. I had to pull the plug early. I was about 2 weeks early on most of my trains, but yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, it's always a shitty part, and it's always the thing, you know, that you're dealing with when you pull that fucking outdoor. You got to check that shit because the fucking mold. It's sometimes, you know, sometimes it's just sneaky. It ain't, you know, you catch it just as it's starting on some of those buds, and you know, it's way deep inside there. So
It's already
Yeah,
over.
some-
Yeah, I was coming home every day at lunch and finding more and more every day. So finally, I just said, you know what, fuck it. We're pulling the plug. Worst case scenario, I get a bunch of weeks get to be really racy high, which I like. So the wife will lose out. She likes the heady stone, like where she's heavy, you know, and like getting kind of sleepy with it. I don't like that, so I don't mind early weed.
Hey Rick, how's my
Yeah.
background, buddy? Is it moving?
He's
Mathematics.
talking to his dog right now. How could you interrupt dog?
Dude,
It could be the
yeah,
other
don't
way.
fucking interrupt doggy time.
Hey, or is that
he
purple
pointed at
exercise,
us.
eBay?
Rick
That's
needs
that
love,
purple shit. I can
and
see
his
it from
dog is
here.
right there.
We should, good thing
That's just dark
we
love.
reminded him he was on camera.
That's the Rick needs love.
We
But
may
I
have
think
saved
Oh,
that
that's just
dog.
Ryan a couple days ago, G-Bay.
Rick, is your mic turned off, buddy, old pal, old friend?
He did something, man. He's not muted. That's for damn sure.
I know, but his mic
Well,
is
what
not
happened
been
was the frequencies aren't off. What happened is vocal cords, they just like stopped working temporarily. He's actually talking and making a lot of noise. It just isn't registering because of the big tent he got in.
Audible.
Absorbing
Like-
all the noise.
If we were dog, we'd be able to hear it.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
What kind of animal does that make him?
A
Well,
bat, obviously.
I was
Or
gonna
a
say,
dol- or a dolphin.
echolocation. You know, like
Echo, yeah, or
Oh,
something.
maybe a narwhal. He's a
Is he
narwhal.
underwater?
I like that.
well, could be a whale to kill a whale too. They do those. So do whales. But he's talking to us and
He is
still
having a fun
has not
conversation.
realized
Unfortunately, Rick, we can't.
that he is not being heard.
He's probably gonna leave.
He's
Okay,
praying.
if you're
He's,
saying you're
he-
leaving, Uncle Rick, bye. Love you. Have a great evening. If you're staying, peace.
nah, he's like, nah, I'm not. Dude, let's fill
He's
in the
like,
words.
no, you bunch of dipshits. I'm trying to plead for help. The aliens have me. They're
Yeah,
about to
must-
probe me. Oh my God. Help me, guys. Help me. The number is 222.
we can't hear you.
Blink your coordinates.
Nope, it's not working.
Do
Oh, my
a
mom.
jig if you're safe.
Tara,
Yell
are you
really
listening to
loud
that?
into it.
Can you help us out here?
Really loud, Rick. We
Type
heard you.
in the
but
word
but it's
banana.
really quiet. You have to yell
Luke,
really loud.
you to check where the mic plugs in.
I thought he already did that.
Well, we don't know.
I'm like crying over here, dude.
It's all right.
I'm in tears.
Still love you, Rick. You can just sit there and look pretty.
Yeah, frog.
I'm gonna mess with him with the backgrounds.
You know what we need to do? We need to have Rick sitting there like that every night, and then one panel member specifically talk for Rick every night. That's how we need to play this one. That would be great.
Oh, we could actually like flip a coin or like choose by number who wins. That would be awesome.
If I'm talking for him, it's gonna be like a fucking parent from Charlie Brown.
And that's not even straight panel. That means anybody that's on Friday night could get grabbed up and they got to talk for Uncle Rick.
Look at Rick turning his fucking lights on and off with his.
I think he's-
remote control. What is that?
He's like, I have control over this. This is what I'm going to do now because I have control.
Curtains on it.
AI is taking over Uncle Rick.
Maybe he's blinking out his coordinates like you asked him to.
Nah, I've been writing. It's gibberish.
Wouldn't that totally be our fucking stoner style, right? We asked him.
Plus, I
if he
can't
needed
read my
help and
handwriting.
shit, and then instead of actually paying attention if he needed help, we all just fucking made fun of him. That totally sounds about right. We're
I'll tell
sorry,
you
Rick.
what.
You're dead, dude. We can't help it.
Here it
We're
is.
Sorry.
He's
We're
getting the help
stoners.
he needs right now. Trust me. Caribou came back because he heard the frog. Well, still can't hear you, Rick. That's okay. We can see you, and that's what's important. Can you see us? What happened to your poster? It was so entertaining.
He's saying, wow, man, there's so much going on. Do you know there's people on this screen?
Yeah, dude. There's also a number watching us somewhere remotely.
Right?
Dude, you got to freak them out. Don't tell them that.
Holy
No,
shit, people are watching you, Rick.
It's the best.
Holy fuck. A lot of them do.
Or they're all here
Holy
for
shit,
you,
there's
man.
a lot of them.
Yeah,
Most
like
of
if
them are
fuck
here.
54 people looking at you right now, Rick.
Most of them are here for Rick, so let's not.
Yeah,
you know.
that's totally true. Most of them are here for you. So thank you very much, Rick, for fucking ruining our viewers' experience. All right.
He has no
I
idea.
personally,
He
I
is not
personally
ruined.
can't believe you would do this to
Look at
your
him.
fans. I thought you were better than that.
Dude, he figured out the lights.
He's the microphone doctor. Check.
We can't hear you.
Right now, he is very.
He's
pissed
never
off
owned them
that
before.
all of his shit is on his phone right now. He's like, all right, I can't
You have
fucking
to
turn the
turn your
mic on,
room
but I turn the
upside
fucking
down,
lights off.
double click the left corner. There we go.
Oh, look at that. Back to life, but still no voice.
I love you, Uncle Rick.
Uncle Rick, baby, come back.
We don't know what the fuck you're saying. Let's
Dude,
talk. He's yelling hot dog right now. He's telling us all that he likes hot dogs very much. He said back in 1974, when the first hot dog was invented in Calgary.
What?
Um,
I can
Yeah,
almost
really.
guarantee Uncle Rick knows the Ostermeyer Wiener song.
I'll tell you what, man.
his dad
Uncle
time at
Rick,
work.
Uncle
Yeah.
Rick, do you know the Ostermeyer Wiener song?
Sing it for us.
I love the yeah, sing it for us, please.
My mom's got him like trapped. That's the only thing I can think of.
Uncle Rick's a big music fan too. I guarantee he knows the words to that. See? He's good at it.
He probably knows the
He's not
like
stroking out, is he?
bread. fucking-
Dude, we haven't been able to hear him for a while. Something
Weird.
happened,
It's
and
the
then
specific vibrations
Oh.
coming out of his fucking throat don't match reality anymore.
I don't think his brain and his vocal cords are actually in tune anymore.
I want to hear him do karaoke.
I can't believe he fucking actually lost his voice and he hasn't figured it out yet. It's gone forever.
Well, no, because he went to get up and then somebody said something and then he went to sit back down and that was the end of Uncle Rick.
Yep, he unplugged something.
Dude, doesn't he know that we
Gotta be.
cannot?
I don't know if he knows we can't hear him. It doesn't
Or-
seem like it at
Oh,
all.
he totally knows. He's just like, what's wrong with this bunch of guys? And
Or
girls?
maybe we can
Why
hear
won't they
just,
fucking
We
help
all
me?
know.
hey Rick, Uncle Rick, Rick.
He can't.
We can hear you just fine. We're just fucking with you.
Yes, we know. We know the Blue Jays. They're not our favorite birds either.
I mean, I'd have to argue. I kind of like.
Yeah,
fucking
dude, like
Blue Jays.
awesome.
It's not your favorite bird, though.
It's
What is
two
it?
syllables.
No more.
Two
no
syllables.
More fucking mushroom caps go in your mouth tonight. Is that what you're saying, us?
I believe so.
Like
That or more mushroom caps.
He wants a mushroom stamp on his forehead, and then he put it in his mouth. That's what
Wow.
I said.
this escalated
Wow.
quickly.
Damn, dude, you read faster than I did.
I thought he was saying Dirty Sanchez. I could have swore he was asking for that.
Rambo.
Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at him.
Come on,
You
Burton,
see
you're
the
paying
smoke coming
attention.
out
What's he
of
fucking saying?
Fuck.
How much you want to bet he's like 30 minutes in rewind?
Yeah,
And,
what
like,
happened there? What's with all
He
the-
hasn't realized that he didn't like zip back to like now.
Is it plugged into your computer? That's the question, Rick. It's plugged into the microphone, sure, but is it plugged into your computer? That's not your computer, that's the microphone.
Ooh, hey, Shredder. Oh, that sweet skunk, dude, is so good. That is an amazing flavor.
No, I haven't, Chuck. Rose. I haven't spoken to
Holy shit, was that
Chuck
him? Was he
Rose
back?
was asked-
No, that's G-Bay.
Yeah,
Fuck,
Chuck
was
Rose
that-
was asked-
was that-
Put his
was that
roll up, I
G-Bay?
thought it was him.
That was G-Bay.
Oh, that's G-Bay telling his old lady if she didn't straighten up, he was gonna smack the fuck out of her.
Is that what that was? I thought it was the other way around.
He does have that
He's
caveman-esque look about him.
That little 100-pound fucking dreaded blonde there, you better watch it. I've watched her. I told my kids, I said, listen, Dad's giving you a pep talk. I'm warning you. The fuck, you guys are poking her. The storm's coming. I've seen the other side. You don't want it. And like, you know, a couple times I told him my daughter, and I was like, yeah, wait, Dad warns us, like, you better just stop. I'm like, yeah, she's worse than me, man. She's a firecracker. I don't fuck with her.
Sometimes I like to poke the bear. Just I can't give it total dominance. I just can't. I'm a sucker for punishment, dude. I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm just gonna fuck with it. I
Like,
got it.
I'm with you on that one, but at the same time, there's just some battles I just won't even fucking go there because I know it'll get me killed.
If it's monotonous and not worth really the fight, then I kind of concede. But like, other than that, no. Like, sometimes I'll just be like, no, fuck that. I'm not concede. I'm not bowing. I don't care.
Bees, can you play the dab song again?
The dab song? Or this?
Play that funky music. Why?
Get down, get down.
Bees is gonna lay down boogie and play funky music. Count.
So you die?
Well, until he does.
Yeah.
Let's fucking tell them though. That's the. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna rip it right now.
You go, boy. Yeah, I actually had to double check to make sure that wasn't my wife that just heard me. Otherwise, things might have happened. I fade to black real quick.
Curtain's bashing on the autos again there. We need to, who's got a good
Dude,
auto?
That one auto I saw you show off a while back that you said didn't start flowering till like day 70.
Yeah, it's got, that's one of the testers I've been running. It's been deemed a full-on outdoor plant now. It's been kicked out of the indoor garden.
Right on.
It's more, it should be something more like if you want something to harvest in like August, because it grew to 4 feet tall in a, what was it, 5 or 7 gallon? So I'm sure if I put it in the ground, I'd get 5 or 6 feet out of it. Harvest probably
Okay.
August, but
We heard him.
I can give her.
There he is. He came back.
Did I just hear Rick?
Yes, you did. Back in the
Say something.
Yeah, well, it's coming through the through my computer, not through this piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So-
not
Hey everybody, how you doing? God, I've missed you.
we missed you.
Well,
yeah,
actually, we
but
were having fun on your behalf.
We were glad you were gone, Rick. We were like, fuck
We were
yeah.
having
this-
fun with your behalf.
You know that whole remember story time with Profit and how fun that was? Well, that was pretty much the same thing. I'm glad I was able to enjoy that. I'll be truly honest.
Well, I'm glad you all had a good time at my expense. But hey, I gotta. The first thing on my mind now that I feel like I'm out of jail is I want to talk about the cuts that I got from you, Caribou. I'm really excited about. What all was in there? There was Orange Gasm, Lemon Jeffrey, and then there was Lemon
Berry Early by Ethos. My Meathead Cross. I can't remember if that was by Chemdog Afghani or White Widow Afghani. It was I did both and kind of didn't write shit down. We know all how that story goes. And then Spider Girl.
I got a Spider Girl. And but I had a question about one of them. Oh God, it's gone. Oh, okay. Wait, it's coming back. Okay, did you give me GG number 4?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Where did you get that from?
My parents' backyard. I cut those clones live on the show actually one morning. Fluff was actually, I was trimming leaves so I could make more room for them because I knew I was going to fit a whole bunch in. And Fluff was telling me, well, you don't really need to be doing that. There's evidence to show. And I was like, well, yeah, I know it's and just fuck you, Fluff, for telling me what to do and all that stuff, and you know how it is.
Oh fuck! I'm really excited.
I'm still gonna cut my fucking clone leaves.
So that
you were just laughing that you had the fucking
the only thing left over from my old stock that I had, and and I've actually never even flowered out that specific cut of it because it was kind of at that point where it was about to go into that point, and then it just got thrown into storage, so to speak.
Did you guys just see that? Fluffy just blew his good weed all over the place. His good weed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, fuck. Hey, it's great to be back, everybody. Great to be back.
Great to have you back.
Hey, man.
Well, I went.
How long you been here?
It's a lot of fun making fun of you when we can't hear you. But, it's a lot more fun bullshitting with you, I gotta tell you. So
you don't put up much of a.
Is this a universal language? Is this a fucking universal language?
I wondered the same thing.
Could be.
It seems like it from like a lot of the videos I've seen.
Okay.
I don't know what's so offensive about it. I mean, it's only a finger, but
really, what's the big deal?
It's
Yeah. So the mushrooms took hold for a bit. Yeah. Well, the mushrooms took hold quite a while ago. And,
no.
I just want, I just want everybody to, to appreciate the.
We all appreciate you, Rick.
We appreciate it.
Kingfisher. How do I?
He said the mushrooms won't let him read.
I'm still trying to move this goddamn thing.
Oh man.
What's all this? Fuck. Put that away.
Like the first time he's ever been in that room. What the fuck is that?
Next to my shoes. That's where that, goes out with the trash, man.
Right on.
Wow.
I can't wait till he watches this tomorrow.
No, I don't want to go near it. Don't want to go near it, man. We're gonna pretend this never happened.
Why? That's silly.
It's a fun time.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's happening.
I heard a rumor that there's an orange meringue pie being made for me downstairs right now, so that's pretty exciting for me.
I would like to know the validation of this rumor or not.
Well,
but what's funny is
I saw the preparations were going on. I got really excited. And
I
here-
think
oh,
if
so
you don't
here's
have
another
enough
thing.
to share it with the class, then you shouldn't fucking talk about it. That's just mean.
The fucking class, we're all.
Hey man, I read a book
gotta
to
be
the
like- why you
fucking
gotta be like that?
class, all right?
Hey, so right now I'm trying to teach my 7-year-old that it's perfectly acceptable to eat pie for supper because it's actually pizza, because it's shaped like a pizza. You cut it out like that,
Correct.
and you eat it like a piece of pizza. It fucking counts.
Correct.
And it's got veggies or fruit in it, whatever the hell.
Fruit pizza.
So, and like it's got your bread and grains, beetroot or food group, whatever that one is in there. So it's actually a really healthy, pretty well-rounded supper.
I'm with you.
Because there is a peach pie on the counter when I came home the other day. So
Well, that's a different story, man. You when you talk about the fruits and the vegetables and like mixed together, or like even the vegetable part, maybe it's a little more healthy. But I don't think eating pie for dinner all the time or eating pie as dinner constantly is a good idea. Or convincing her that it's pizza, you know, like
The man that
the
eats
world is
ravioli.
flat. We're not going to ask too many of your opinions. We know you're kind of whacked out there, you know. So
Chicken pot pie.
health
like
opinions.
my 3 favorite things. dude.
listen, all right. I had the cleanest windows on the fucking bus. I don't want to hear shit.
Because you're fucking sitting there licking them the whole trip long.
Exactly.
Whatever. You can eat off of those motherfuckers.
You did eat off of them, is the thing.
Prof, it's like he likes to sit in the seat after the kid wiped his boogers all over the window. He's like, I got that.
Oh man, my buddy came by here to visit me at work, and he hasn't dabbed in like 2 months. It was just great giving him a nice big fat dab.
What did you fuck them all up?
Send him on his way.
Yeah. To the world, would you?
He licked him and dicked him and kicked him out.
It was better than my
Wow.
buddy coming to visit me from Massachusetts, and I fed him a 8th Lemon Tech shot and 2 tabs of acid. That was nice. That was a nice visit. We had a great time.
Bet.
Check this out, guys. Joining us now, we got Mr. Steve from Houghton Ponics coming in to hang out.
All right, now I gotta be quiet so I can learn some stuff.
Oh man, he's coming in on this night. Wow.
I mean, he's been in chat, so he knows what he's fucking in for.
Okay. What's up, man?
What's up, Steve?
You guys act like he couldn't handle it, man. This dude fucking deals with
What we
poison
do is
at
we
night.
wait till everybody's good and dabbed out and been smoking their minds out for a couple hours, and then we bring the smartest guy we can find in, and we're just. Thanks for joining us, man. It's great to see you.
Hey, man.
I was
It was
still
like-
in awe from the last episode. Like I literally didn't want to say a word. I was learning so much. I really appreciate
agree.
the conversation.
I don't think I'm gonna let him do that this time because it's Friday night, so I may just screw him a little bit if he gets on a rant. I mean, he did come on willingly. You signed the lease. You can't enter.
I've been talking at the Aquaponics Association conference all day, so I'm happy to be a little less talkative today.
Cool, man.
Hey, right on it. You're trying to get us in. I mean, we could teach some people some stuff. I'm sure we'd fit right in on all that, man.
It's funny how much a lot of stuff that's like common knowledge in the cannabis world is like new science, and some of the aquaponic stuff, it's kind of funny, and vice versa too. And you know, in the opposite way. Like the pest control stuff, like cannabis community is miles ahead of a lot of the commercial aquaponic and hydroponic, because we care a lot more about our plants, and we're much more observant. You know, cannabis growers are hyper observant of the slightest change in their plants.
Yeah, in there with the fine-tooth comb at all times, for the slightest to change in air temperature while you're in there. It's like, what's that?
Well, it's just kind of, yeah. I mean, especially us cannabis growers, it's like you start growing for the reason of you're not happy with the results of what you have around you. You know what I mean? And so as you dive into it, you want to learn as much as you can. What can I do to make it better? You know, this and that. And that dual root zone the other night, that just blew my mind. That was awesome. I love that information, and watching and seeing the differences between the two. That was just great stuff. So I can't wait to spend the next umpteen hours deep diving through old episodes and stuff like that and catching up on a lot of that stuff because that really did tickle my fancy. You know, I mean, that's something I definitely want to get into eventually. So, oh yeah.
Well, with the homegrown, man, like we all agree, we basically build our rooms to our likings, and it seems to be our spot where we feel the most comfortable and whatnot, as opposed to maybe like a large dispensary, which doesn't quite feel as cozy in your own. I mean, that's probably how I would imagine it. You know, it's kind of like going from work to going and doing your hobby or something like that. I don't know. Like, I've never worked at a dispensary or anything, but my grow room's kind of like my safety spot. I mean, I hate using that word, but realistically, it's to run the fuck away from everybody and like mellow the fuck out. So, you know, and do some work. So, I mean, it's customly made to my liking and to my fucking appeal. Am I the only one that builds that room that way? I mean, shit.
I just want to know what Onyx is going to be for Halloween.
Charles Manson.
I haven't figured that out actually.
Dude, you need like some kind of like Chinese, like you need to be like one of them fighters in like a fucking Chinese movie, like one of them old grand sensei motherfuckers. Oh,
you
the guy.
You gave him an idea.
He was like, "You fucking, I already know it."
I was thinking the guy from
You either
Kill Bill,
pissed
right?
him off or
What
gave
was
him
his
an
name?
idea.
No,
Oh,
he just wanted to
fucking!
get naked. That was it. He just wanted to feel.
You're talking about Kung Fu, the story or the legend or whatever?
No, the dude. What the fuck?
What is that?
Decent
Whoa.
mask.
Hold on, is that?
Oh,
The alien thing.
Yeah.
That's sick.
No, I was thinking the fucking dude from Kill Bill, like her fucking instructor that he dropped her off with. He just dye his shit white and be that guy.
oh
So the
yeah,
guy who's always like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Toward the death punch or whatever.
The
and
one
then
that
I tried to
fucked
think of his
every eye.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I tried to think of his
Pai Mei.
name. Yeah, yeah. But I thought for some reason the only name that came to my head was Bong Fu. Totally different movie.
That mask is fucking awesome.
Super fucking cool.
What did you make that out of?
So that's made out of, I do a lot of bone art. I make like doggy gravestones and a bunch of jewelry and stuff like that. That's something I kind of lazily put together for a costume for a friend of mine, and ended up using it as a Halloween costume a couple of times for different versions of different things. But it's elk bone, deer bone, coyote bones, mostly. There's one or two other things in there, but and that's all stuff that I just found in the forest or at one of the bone dumps, because they dump all the roadkill in one place, so you can go collect it, give it to your dermastids, give it a quick peroxide wash, and then it's good to go for jewelry.
Mhm.
That's
It's
really
ethically
cool.
sourced, you know. You're not killing anything to make it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. So I heard down in Georgia, you said you're working on a CBD farm down there. Am I making that up? Did I hear that wrong, Potent?
Yeah, the CBD farm up in Rabun County I've been working with. Yep.
Yeah. I grew up down in Georgia and stuff like that. And so have you heard anything about them trying to change into a medical or recreational or?
They want to get into medical, but it's such a clusterfuck right now.
It's crazy. I mean, I just know the mentality down there in that state. It's pretty rough sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I almost don't even know how much I should talk about that topic.
Right. I
But
can hear.
there's definitely other people in the state that I know who are legally operating who have been raided by the police and, more or less extorted.
Absolutely. That kind of stuff,
so,
definitely. Down there.
You have to be really careful.
And then you look at like what happened in Alabama. I mean, they quote unquote got medically legal, but they're only allowed topicals, suppositories, and you can't combust. Like you can't do anything. You know, like it's no edibles, nothing like that. It's pretty wild the restrictions they had. So
Yeah, Georgia is super restricted, and whereas like North Carolina, South Carolina are a lot less restricted. So I guess it just depends on what it is that you're.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad to see some sort of momentum, but I'd like to see it for the right reason in the right direction. You know, deregulate, not for the whole legalization thing anymore, but one step at a time.
I think you're gonna see a model kind of like, to be honest, and I hate saying this, but I think you're gonna see something more akin to like Florida with a monopoly, situation.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it is here in Illinois as well. Like when it first started, you're only allowed 11 cultivators for the whole entire state. So a week into opening, there's mass shortages everywhere for months, and then you have it to where they just start cutting corners. Pre-rolls are damn near fan leaves, you know what I mean? And then quality control goes down, but everything's still the same. And so now they have lotteries to where it's supposed to be like equity.
They just started that.
And now we got like 2/3 of this social equity lottery we just had has ties to corporate cannabis or some sort of politician within the state. So now it's all in court. It's just, that's what they're doing. They're monopolizing it. You know what I mean? And I hate to see it in the psychedelic field as well, but you know what I mean? I'm starting to see kind of the corporate greed in that as well.
But the nice thing is I mean, or maybe not nice thing, but as someone who is currently working on IP, both down the psychedelic space and the cannabis space, they don't really know what the fuck they're doing. Let me just be honest. There's such a fucking like mile wide disconnect between the corporate world. I mean, you want a good a lot of you guys are in the cannabis industry in one layer or another. You want to laugh your balls off? Go read Reddit Weed Stocks. People talking like they know what's going on. Like they know what's going on in the grows, like they know what's going on in processing, like they know what's going on in retail. None of these people have a fucking clue. Half these people have never set foot in a dispensary, but they'll give you all kinds of bullshit ass advice and ain't none of it true. Like talking about Wana.
Hey, none of it's true. Oh shit.
Who here has ever bought Wana brand anything that wasn't on discount because it was about to expire? Anybody?
Say what? Wait, I didn't hear you.
They move a lot of product. They get a lot of product into stores. It doesn't mean it's selling. Like there's a huge disconnect into what's moving in the shops and what's being sold, quote unquote, at the corporate level.
We'll see what they're doing here is they just take all that shit and they sell it all the same. You know what I mean? So you'll have the bottom tier being sold as the same exact price as the top tier. You know what I mean? There's no tier system. So it just, people are based off of commission. But what's wild to me is that these companies will spend so much money. I guess it's really not wild for lobbying and everything like that. When you have whole operations that can not only teach people a good career, but feed families, help neighborhoods, help communities, all these positives, you know what I mean? Where we can list 1.5 million negatives of big corporate moving in, you know what I mean? So, I mean, just hell yeah on the momentum that's moving forward. Hopefully we can, hell yeah. I got high and forgot what I was saying.
That's a common occurrence around here. So I just went downstairs and did the exact same thing. I went to go ask the girlfriend a question because I spent all day rearranging the bedroom because I've got my girls home now and I had to there's more than one tent in here now. There's two. I got both of them going on in here. So that meant the bedroom just got even smaller. Everything got the mad shuffle. And now it's like all the fine tuning stuff where I'm afraid to put certain things in certain places because it might piss the girlfriend off. And so it's just like, okay, I'll do it. But you just got to tell me what, where and all that. Yeah. But anyways, the point of that was I went downstairs to ask her about that and just like went blank on her.
Hey, Rick, how's it going, buddy? You're on mute. You're on mute.
It's funny how he hears, "Hey Rick, how you doing?" But he does not hear you're on mute ever.
or he can't figure out how to unmute himself.
No,
this one's the red button mute, Rick. Yeah, make the little red, red fucking mute go away.
He keeps grabbing his fucking lights.
Here we go again.
Because it's on his computer now, so he doesn't know where the mute button is.
I really just want to know what kind of animal you would be. Then you can do whatever you want. You can.
Oh shit! Did it fucking connect? Did he figure it out?
Get that by
No,
then.
because he lost the.
Oh wait,
Did you find it, Rick?
say something.
Can you do it?
I think I'm muted now. No?
There you are.
Oh
There you go.
fuck! You're
Now
you're still
you're-
muted,
Now
Rick.
You're not muted.
Wait,
Rick,
what?
you're
You?
still muted.
You're still muted.
Everybody's fucking with me.
You guys are
Oh,
yeah.
assholes.
Hey Rick, what
Rick, nobody's fucking with you. You're muted.
What's wrong with it? He's saying something's wrong with his head, man. That's I don't know. He made a signal to his head. I'm a little concerned.
Because we're
Sorry,
driving
guys,
it
go ahead.
crazy.
And so you should be. Fuck.
Hey Rick. Why you gotta mute yourself again?
He's talking to his dog right now. He can't give away all the secrets.
I can hear you. I can hear you guys. Okay.
Fuck.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
So what animal would you be?
Yeah, well, I've been too busy trying to figure out how to unmute myself and not focusing on important shit like what kind of animal I would be.
Yeah, I know. So just do it right now. Fucking commit already.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. What animal would I be? I'm looking at my goldfish flakes.
Come on, man. There's not that many animals to pick from. Think about it.
His brain is fully activated right now. Every neuron is on fire. You know what I mean? It's hard to
Did
think.
you actually
Come
think
on,
you
you
might
got-
want
you
to
got
be
this.
one of your goldfish?
Did he?
I mean,
DP, thank you for defending
I really-
me. man.
no, I really feel like you should up your standards a little.
And
You
then
fit-
when
you're
I,
bait.
Goldfish are living better than I am right now. Hold on. I told you I'm still adoptable.
Sorry, I forgot about that part.
I got too many nut cases in this house already, or else I take a DP. I mean,
It's been a while since you've been down here, huh?
Holy shit. You know how funny that would be? I can only imagine fucking DP walking in being like, you ain't my stepdad, motherfucker. Like him and Prophet fighting. Oh my God. Every day. He'd be like, no,
Me
motherfucker,
and
you don't
Prophet
know
would
me.
become
You ain't my
best
fucking
friends.
dad.
Fuck you.
We learned how to
He's
play
what-
chess really
Bullshit,
well.
you
We
motherfucker.
sat
Oh,
at
yeah.
the park
You
all
every
day
goddamn
smoking
day.
joints, playing chess and commenting on people's poodles.
actually, I actually like that idea.
You guys would be the
He's
ones
got
who
me
like would
sold.
fucking bicker and fight like little old fucking women until you literally the only time you
I'll
wouldn't
do that with the
was when you
fucking
two would be
wall.
sitting there
While
fucking smoking
we're
a joint.
playing chess and smoking joints, whatever. We
Yeah, I
can
got
bicker
you.
all we want. We're friends.
Kinda like
That's what
Dude,
friends do.
It's all good.
That's it.
Definitely the odd.
As long once I checkmate him, I win. Argument's over.
What happens at checkmate?
Maybe it'd be kind of like Perfect Strangers.
I think
Which one of you guys
we
would
start a
be
new
out?
game and then we'll bicker about something else. Obviously, you know.
Chickadee.
Chickadee?
Yeah.
Chickadee.
Chickadee. You know, the birds that say cheeseburger.
Rick,
Never
did
heard-
you just throw your dog in your tent? Like, did you literally just like launch your dog?
He's gonna zip it up in there.
This is where you live now.
Tell me if you see any light.
Even I'm just gonna say that shit. He's gonna ask his dog, you see any lately?
Caribou's like on some sort of train all of a sudden.
Ooh, yeah, he could be a sturgeon.
He's going for a ride.
Did you see how serious I looked when I was trying to figure out how to work the computer to make that happen? It was like,
Did you see how fast fucking Rick? Did you see how fast Rick's dog jumped the fuck out of that tent?
He knows what's
Realized he
going
could.
on. He feels Rick's luscious vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't fucking trust you. I'm not going in there like, oh shit, look, he's trying to zip him up.
He's like, I know you won't hurt me, but I'm not that stupid. I feel your energy.
No, please, I don't want to.
Yeah, nah, fuck you.
They know he's gonna forget them in
Fine.
there. That's exactly.
It's not even that. Yeah, that might happen. He's like, I see how you treat
I
them
did
fish.
that in my cat for 3
Right?
hours. I left and I dipped it inside the fucking tent. I felt so bad. But he's just in there chilling. There's Sabretooth. He's just up underneath there just.
It's okay. It's okay.
I always get to a point like whenever I'm around animals and I'm like vibing like that the point that they know, you know what I mean? That's the funniest part.
Yes.
I kind of worry because my dog will lay on me and lick my hands and shit, and I'm worried whether or not I'm perspiring anything like.
Oh, I wish I was.
And if I was perspiring, is my dog like absorbing it? So there's always something that was kind of running through my head, especially because they have a
Well,
higher
they'd be
sense.
able to sense it. They'd smell it, and they know they're gonna eat it or not. If they eat it, they want to.
Oh, my dog. Yeah, my dog would do it in a heartbeat. Like, you know, like I just be sitting there petting it or cuddling it, and if it's licking my body,
Your dog probably needs to. All the trauma it's been through living with you.
I mean, I dose it with cannabis if I start micro dosing it with like mushrooms or LSD. The dog's gonna be living better than me, and that's a little unfair. We gotta share this, girl.
Is it though? Is it?
No.
Oh, tonight.
Oh, sorry, Black Widow said no dosing, no micro dosing the dogs. Wow, she popped out of nowhere.
Didn't say anything about a guinea pig.
You need a level. Yeah, there you go.
Hey man, I got a snake.
Rick and
Nah,
his
that
dog
thing will
are
eat.
totally fucking connecting right now. Yeah,
They're
I
vibing.
saw that. Getting some
Kurt
kisses,
doesn't get
fucking
it.
having a good talk.
Hurton doesn't get it. Do you?
Hey, how you doing?
And keep strange objects in his house. Don't worry. We understand.
Hey Rick, if you're gonna fucking zip the dogs up in there, just make sure you give them some food and water. All right.
No. I raised them tough. They gotta be tough. Right? Okay, go to bed.
Draw with or
You know how tough they are? Go to bed.
Oh yeah, man, they look fucking hardcore, buddy. I sure wouldn't want to break into that house.
Go to bed.
they're
Go to bed.
I'd be afraid I step on them and shit.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do?
So the
So
shitty
you
thing
have it going,
about
man.
this new setup I have in the bedroom is like the small tent is 5 feet tall. We were just bitching about that kind of stuff earlier in the show. But in this case, it works out good because I can put the TV on in the bedroom up there and you can see it great laying down now, right? It's not lower down like it was. But now my problem is I've got playoff baseball going on. I can't fucking see it because it's too far up when I'm sitting here at the desk because it's right there. So that's how rough my life is at the moment. I bet you all feel a little sorry for me too.
listen to it on the radio, man. Isn't that the best way?
Dude, the struggle is apparently real over there, huh?
It is.
God.
So I was gonna ask, since you're here now, Steve, is there a way to like, is there such a thing as, like you would gut load insects for reptiles, for example? Can you do the same thing for fish to
do what? To
to
increase
translate to nutrients for the plants?
Oh, for the plants? No, not really.
Okay. Like I wasn't sure if like a fish food that was mostly made out of fish, for example, would give you more something, versus one that was made out of like plant material.
There are companies that make stuff specifically for plant growing, like aquaponic growing, that have more plant-based nutrients in them. But at the end of the day, it ends up being about double the cost of other nutrients. And you can supplement separately and for a lot cheaper. So
For sure. Right on.
Hey, Steve, if you ever if you feel all you gotta do is katana your way into in the middle of us bullshitting, if you want to talk about something other than growing, because, you know, like if you said you were tired of it, if you just want to come in and be like, any kind of bullshit you want to talk about, feel free, man. That's what Friday's all about. Like, if you need to unwind and talk about some other bullshit that has nothing to do with growing, you can do that.
Yeah, man. Are you a big fan of the opera? Like, we
Yeah,
can
like
talk about your
anything,
the
man.
latest like falsetto or something. I don't know.
Like, we can learn about the man Steve, you know,
We literally
besides the fact that
had
you
Prophet read us a children's book, so
Seriously.
trust me, anything goes.
anything goes,
Yeah.
man. Don't be afraid to come in there and be like, hey, so guess what I did today? This bullshit happened, this bitch, this, that, but the dude, like whatever, dude.
Yeah, if you want to talk about like your ballet lessons, I mean, we'll listen.
Oh yeah. Fucking you got your Perry going and shit, you know.
Like, are you a fan of a harpsichord? Like,
Yeah, we've been known to even talk about sharing bowel movements. You know, it's
How we take our drugs after the bowel movements to go back the same way.
Through a bowel movement. I actually do own an antique harpsichord that belonged to my grandparents, so that one I actually can jam out on.
Nice. Hey, can you do some Mongolian throat music? That would be dope.
All the boss.
Can't do that one.
hey, we need to find somebody who can do that. If you can do that shit, we want you on the show. Come on, hit us up.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna send a message on the Hue to the Hue.
Have you guys ever heard that band, The Who? Not The Who that you're thinking of.
The
They're
Hue.
Mongolia,
Yeah. Yes, dude.
from Mongolia. These guys are fucking awesome. They're coming to Vancouver, or they were until this last wave of COVID happened. They might still be, but they're supposed to be in Vancouver here in the next couple days. We were going to go see them, but like to me, that would just be awesome. Like,
We listened to him for a little while, man. Honestly, I like their songs when they don't transfer them over to English more. When they stay in the original, but they did a song with man, it's gonna drive me nuts now. It's
You know what they need to do? They need to do a song with Rammstein and it just be real fucking angry and no one can
that'd be
understand it,
nuts.
but it'll be fucking awesome.
yeah, it'd be all right.
These guys weren't big, but it's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna look it up. You know,
They did a couple of really good Metallica covers.
they redid the totems, whatever. I can't remember the fucking. Yup, and they redid that with the singer to.
Good dad jokes in that movie. Like,
God damn it! I'm jumping off the show for a second to actually with 11% battery. Nope, 5%.
You cooked it yourself. I'm like, my this is my grandfather. He's like,
Yep.
okay. All right, don't tell him that it's not a aggressive boy. It's a random aggressive boy. Everybody need child messages. I got child messages.
okay.
All right, it's a guy from Papa Roach.
There we go.
There you go. Nice. They redid that one with the singer to Papa Roach. It actually isn't that bad.
Oh, it's good. I like it. It's just something different to listen to. It's heavy as fuck.
Have you seen the videos? Their instruments are fucking amazing looking.
Well, because they're from Mongolia, Prophet.
Dude. Okay, so I guess you got to be from there to get a really nice, really badass harpsichord. That's kind of messed up, but sure, I can look on Amazon, maybe check a website. But all I'm saying is, those are some badass harpsichords, all right? And they do some amazing work on them. Well, it's not even just that. There's one guy with a harpsichord. There's some instruments I don't even know the name of because it's not my field.
Well, that's why I like it. You take it's kind of like you all remember when Sepultura did Roots 30 years ago, just about, right? It was that heavy metal, but it had all that tribal rhythmic shit to it.
Yep.
And I love a lot of percussion like that, where it's just it's awesome. It reminds me of that, but it's completely different, right? It's from a different culture, but you just got that
Same but different.
Yeah. that song, like that album, makes me want to like try to run through walls. It's just, I don't know, man. There's something about it.
Yeah, that song Ratamahata.
That's exactly the one, dude.
Man, like that song comes on, and it's like it wouldn't matter if my grandmother was around. That song would get fucking cranked.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny's back.
Good to see you, Johnny.
How's
Yeah,
it
I like
going,
the,
guys?
Johnny.
I just got back from the bowling alley. I'm beat, man. I'm beat.
How'd the
Having
game
my-
go?
Well, they had fun, but I realized I can't bowl since my hands are all fucked up. It kind of traumatized me, so I snuck off to the machines and I walked away with about 230, I think. So it was a good, productive night.
I'm glad you won money, but I'm still gonna give you the finger.
I wanted to bowl, man. I really did.
I mean, come on, man. You've been talking about the fact that you need a rest. You've been working a lot lately, doing your thing, and to go bowling with, you're kind of pushing.
Hey, the family wanted to go. It was a birthday party. I had to go.
Yeah, I know. But hey,
now I'm having this and off to bed.
and pocket full of cash. That's actually not a bad trade-off.
No.
Yeah.
So I was
Like,
just
was
looking.
that like Prophet all trying to be all like making sense and shit? Like all trying to be like, oh, it's okay, buddy. It'll be
Dude, I pay
and then
attention
you all
to the
being, like,
post. I'm not talking in all the time anymore, but like I'll stop for a minute and I'll zoom in. I try to keep up. Believe me. Don't worry about you guys.
I was looking in the chat there, and Blue Kiss had the revelation of all time. Jeremiah was not a bullfrog. He was a motherfucking dab frog. Bees, hit the music.
Okay.
Nice.
Dab time.
I'll be singing that like as I go to sleep tonight. I'll be passing out from like dabs and joints and stuff like that. Jeremiah was a dab frog, such a good friend of mine. We should rewrite that song. If only I could play an instrument.
We probably have to pay like fucking property rights or something. I mean, come on. We put up a fucking video of like a clip. We got to strike. Somebody's got to own that song.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you're right. We'd have to pay rights, but
I mean, people do renditions of other people's music. So I mean, like I've watched somebody do Tool on a fucking violin or a cello. And it was amazing.
Look
and
what
it's like
the Dude Grows did with Fortunate Son. Like that's fucking awesome. Like every time I hear that, and it's
do you know that's the same sound guy who used to do all the parodies for Howard Stern?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Yeah, he's good friends with Scotty.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Chad.
Scotty. Anyways, it's funny. Him and I know a lot of the same groups of people from the East Coast.
East Coast.
I grew up in Philly and used to party in New York and DC and all that stuff. So
A lot lower than where I'm at. I'm kind of in the middle. Almost upper.
Oh God! It doesn't take
How you
a lot
feeling,
to
Rick?
amuse me. Oh shit! Gotta have fun, right?
It sounds like you certainly are, and we're glad to hear it.
Later, Johnny.
Ciao, Johnny.
Good to
Go
see
and
you,
have a
Johnny. Good to see you, buddy.
I'll see you.
Love you, man.
Love ya.
Fuck! I thought he'd never leave. Oh God!
Oh, he'll be
Listen
back.
to his whining on and incestuous whining.
When he's kind of like herpes, he will be back.
Like in my ear, yeah, like a drill in my ear. Oh God, shut him up.
Whoa. If I jumped off right now, I can only imagine what would come out of his fucking mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Almost would have
Turn that
enough to find
spotlight
out,
away
huh?
from me. God damn it, I don't want
Indulge me. What kind of animal would it be?
No. Okay.
We're not taking it off till you answer the question.
A poodle. Anything to shut you up, for fuck's sake.
An animal that's dependent on a human.
Now, would you be a standard, a miniature,
Oh, you
a
see?
toy?
Oh, yeah,
You
the
won't let
teacup.
it
Would you be a
go.
teacup?
You won't let it go, man.
I can picture you as a teacup poodle,
I can't just like
living your life in some crazy lady's purse.
Oh God, the two of you.
Her name may be Karen.
That's
You
funny.
don't know what I'm facing, okay? Between the panel and chat, it's a dog's world out there, man. It's fucking
Oh,
scary.
wow.
This is how every show goes, Rick. Like the
Yeah.
format doesn't change. You just gotta catch up.
He just
But don't
sees
feel
it.
bad. I'm so far behind that I didn't even charge my phone when I got home from work. So
Well, I need us to go back to the fucking bedtime story, okay? That's where I gotta start. At least we'll start somewhere. Go from there.
are you talking about now or tomorrow?
Rick, we can't go back, man. We're here now.
Oh my
Like,
God.
do you want me to reread you the bedtime story, buddy? Or do you need to watch it tomorrow at the bedtime story point?
You had to ask me, didn't you? You had to ask.
Well, I need to know.
Like, I need to know, for God's sakes. I need to know. Oh my God. Don't look at me.
You're the one asking. Yep.
We gotta go grab a bite to
It's
eat.
like talking to my kid. I swear to God.
I'll see you all later.
Oh, you're out, beast.
Good times. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. Fucking starving.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Leave us
Enjoy your
like
night,
that.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Help Rick out. He needs to learn something.
Okay.
We're done learning. Okay, there'll be no more learning here.
I babysat enough today. All right. It's not on me.
Here.
I mean, I've been drinking. I should not be responsible for a ute. The two utes, Your Honor.
Grow up.
Do you guys even know what that's from?
You gotta grow up.
I know
I
about.
think it was my cousin
root in the
Vinny,
back
wasn't
of
it?
a ute.
Thank you. I was hoping somebody would know.
Yeah, that was it. What him said. Yeah. Bees, you're not leaving us. Fuck, I keep looking around. And somebody else is gone.
Not only is
Already?
he leaving us, he has fucking left us.
Bees has left the building.
Thanks.
Well,
Because after he said that, I was looking around. I was like, I thought he already did leave us. And I'm like trying to count the squares and see who's there.
I'm telling you, he's like 15 seconds behind. He accidentally hit the screen and he backed it up like the width of his finger. So he's 15 seconds behind us, I bet.
What are you talking about?
You.
On the video.
Give me a minute before I answer that.
Rick, I think there's a spider crawling on you.
Oh, my cousin Vinny. Yeah, it's all coming back to me.
Billy?
Holy shit, Caribou, are you that guy at the fucking party? Don't be that dude. Nobody wants that guy at the fucking party telling people some fucked up shit, get them all fucking tweaked out. Then you just sit over there laughing. That's a dick.
Yo, man, you pass out with your shoes on. You get drawn on. All right? That is the fucking rule.
Yes.
And sometimes if you've been a dick that night, you may deserve it. Boring. But whatever. You deserve a dick.
Chuck, Chuck, I'm going to leave you with that thought. Okay, you can sleep well knowing that sleeping in my poodle position.
Take your shoes off first so you don't get a dick on your face.
Unless you want a dick on your face. It's okay. It's 2021. It's fine.
Didn't he already talk earlier about how he wanted to get a mushroom stamp and then eat the mushroom?
I left that alone last time I heard the mushroom stamp statement. I was going to say something. I was like, I'm going to let it slide. I will let this one slide. Say it again. I will refer to a penis.
You're going to let a mushroom tip slide.
Hey, on
Cool.
some serious. So I got an empty tank
That's
coming
what
up
she
next
said.
week. And I got to fill it.
I deserve it. I deserve it. Oh my gosh.
You're a glutton for punishment, just like me. You've proven it. You've come back.
Oh, why not lobster? It's a good time.
So what do you like to do on your spare time, Potent Ponic Steve? I know you don't have a lot of it that much. You're always busy and you got all these projects and shit. But do you have something like when you, on the rare day, you find like you got a weekend, you can go fuck off? Like, what do you enjoy to do?
I'll go mushroom hunting or go fishing or work on my boat. I'm trying to finish an aquaponic cannabis book that's pretty comprehensive. That's pretty far along at this point. And then also just I like to play like video games and play with my aquarium, play with my grow, play with my dogs. That's about all I have time for.
Which games, man? What kind of games?
I like to go spear fishing too in saltwater. It's a lot of fun. Planet Side. What?
Like I'm not right here.
Oh, and spend time with the girlfriend, you know.
That's always implied, and I think every woman,
It goes
and
without saying, right, guys?
if they're
Fucking
a
Prophet, are you
significant other is
wingmanning him right now?
I'm wingmanning all of you. All right, it should be
goes without saying, right,
easily
guys?
implied without even saying.
She's
that we
always
have
in your
to-
heart, so she's always with you doing that.
So we have to tell you that we're like we're thinking of you and shit. That's just
It's
come on.
okay. I just bought her a sewing machine. It's okay. I got brownie
Oh, you
points.
had for like 3 months of abuse, and then after that, you're gonna have to.
Yeah. So yeah, what kind of games you into?
No,
What kind of
we're
games?
actually while we were talking, we were actually looking at neon colored yarn. She's making me a whole aquaponic weed wizard costume that she's crocheting for me. That goes with my wizard hat and stuff that she's made me. Is the wizard hat in here?
That's super cool.
awesome.
Anyways, that's
From
all.
samurai to wizard.
Cool. What's your boat project there, Steve?
So I have 2 books I'm working on. I have an aquaponic KNF and microbial input book I'm working on with Joe Pate. And then I'm also working on my own aquaponic cannabis book that kind of covers all aspects of aquaponic cannabis growing, nutrients, pest management, and then like all the different typical methods that people do aquaponics and whether or not it works in cannabis and kind of like a compilation of a lot of my knowledge and work I've done in aquaponics. We've lost a lot of great people. We lost Frenchie this year. We lost Tony Scholar. I was lucky enough to know Dennis Perrone and some of the other people Eddie left before they passed away. And I don't want the knowledge in my head to die with me. So I'm trying to finish this book and make sure that, if something happens to me or whatever, that at least all that work will live on and someone can take up the torch and keep going.
Right on. Right on.
And then lately I've been working on the open nutrient project, which we talked a little bit about last week, where we're working on, cross compiling a bunch of KNF and compost and nutrient inputs.
I love how you're so comprehensively involved in it all. You know, it's not just like one little aspect of it. It's a total immersion into it. And it just shows your passion into it and how you want to not only help yourself, but it's not, that's what I'm really attracted to, because it's not just a self thing. It's you helping everyone around you in that industry, and not even in that industry directly. You know what I mean? And so it has such a symbiotic relationship with everything around you. Like when I heard that you're selling the fish to the local markets and shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Hell yeah. Why hasn't people been doing this? Like, you know, like for a long time, you know what I mean? Like everything was just kind of clicking the way you were talking about it. And I was just like, holy shit, why is it just such a small section of this industry, you know, trying
because
to
it makes sense,
the other
dude.
half is trying to build empires, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of silly because I don't know, the people I hang around that smoke cannabis are trying to do it for the better good of everybody, not just themselves, you know? So there's just a big disconnect, I feel like, between our cannabis community and the cannabis community as a whole.
I think you see a lot of people in the Den Pure movement working towards trying to fix that as well. I was lucky enough to be certified as a Den Pure certified educator this week, and if you guys aren't familiar with the Dragonfly Earth Medicine Den Pure movement, definitely check it out. Sorry about the dog grinding the bones in the back.
That was the last guy that pissed you off?
Yeah, here, you can probably, let's see if I can, you may or may not see him there. There he is, grinding away.
What's up,
Yeah. That's half of the clan. The other two are outside still.
Yeah.
I will. Kind of funny. You're gonna apologize for something weird. You know, a noise being made. Have you seen Prophet? Motherfucker, he makes so much goddamn noise. It's okay. You know, sometimes he'll claim it's his guinea pig. I come on now. Guinea pigs don't make that much noise.
As long as it's not.
Wait, what?
That you're hearing.
I think it's
then
Prophet
you're okay.
behind the speaker just rattling paper, acting like it's a guinea pig.
You want to see the fucking thing? I got a snake right here. I need to take out, like, you know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna start making noise too, isn't it?
No, that
If I
won't
hear a
make
chain
noise.
link fence while you're trying to take a snake out.
I got my, hold on. You know what? Fuck you guys.
I wanted to give a quick shout out. The Aquaponics Association has their annual conference. They have tons of different professors and teachers and educators from around the world doing their conference that they put on this weekend. I'm speaking each day. I spoke today. I'll be speaking Saturday and Sunday as well. So definitely check that out if you're looking for kind of a more curated educational experience with stuff that leans a little bit more towards academia than cannabis. But they do have a couple of cannabis talks, myself included, on that.
Cool. Hey, shout out you like yours that you're shout out the little virtual conference, the conference that you're doing here. Shout that out real quick, you know, while you got
I'll
time.
mention that one too. We have the virtual Aquaponic Cannabis Conference November 13th and 14th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. with people from all over the planet: Vietnam, Switzerland, Sweden, Colombia, Canada, Australia, all over the world will be represented at this conference, including Dr. Robert Faust, Clackamas Coot, Kevin McKernan, Dutch Blooms, Joe Pate, Breeder Steve, Wendy Kornberg, Chris Trump, Matthew Gates, Zenthanol, Dragonfly Earth Medicine, and a whole bunch of other awesome people. So definitely check it out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's for free as well on my YouTube.
Yeah. And then I can do this. And then, like you were saying, you know, that's not just for aquaponics too. You got soil guys coming in to talk soil and you know, microbes and everything else. So, you know, there's a lot of general information that's going to be happening for this little conference too. So, you know, free education, man. Shouldn't turn it down at all.
Oh yeah, it's designed. The conference is specifically set up for people that are doing living soil or aquaponics with a lean towards aquaponics, you know, or stuff that's dually applicable for both of those for the majority of the speakers. So definitely check that out. Caleb's talking to us about patent protections through copyleft, so that breeders can protect themselves from being ripped off by corporate interests, and a bunch of other cool stuff that I think is also relevant to the realm. So I think you guys will like it a lot.
Oh,
They put a lot of time into curating a really good list of speakers with some really interesting talks that are different than what you guys have spoken about in the past, or heard about in the past.
So are you referring to the like being able to protect your genetics kind of thing?
Yeah, so Caleb works, and you should have him on the show sometime. Soulshine Grows. He actually works with Copyleft. I'm also part of Copyleft as well as a couple of other people to help bring about or I'm just an advisor actually. He's the one doing all the work. Don't let me take any credit. Basically to help kind of give people an option if they want to protect the rights of their genetics. They can get it genetically tested through medicinal genomics and then register it legally through Copyleft in a way that, protects that and gives USA if somebody suddenly pops up and wants to make that the next Charlotte's Web or something. You can put your foot down and get what you deserve on that without it being a totally pro-corporate type thing. It basically kind of the spiritual intention of what Open Cannabis Project was trying to be without all the Phylos baggage.
Yeah,
separating the genetic testing as to a third-party company, so there is no accusation or even attempted accusation that anything is going on because they're not even related to each other at all. They're just a service that they're using.
So moving that forward with like all the past strains that are considered to be solid breeding stock, those would be the ones tested right against. How would you like create a baseline for a strain? I understand like the new one's coming up if you want to name it or something, but like a baseline strain.
That's a great question. So all that stuff is registered through Cannapedia.
Okay.
Let me pull it up here. So if you guys aren't familiar, this is the ethical version of Phylos. They have 1,413 strains currently registered, but they have like 80 times more genetic information on those same strains compared to the Phylos database. So it's a much more useful thing, and they have the full tree extrapolated out, so you can find the genetic lineage from the wild type all the way through the newest cannabis strains up here, all the way to the oldest ones back here, and then all the way around based on genetics. So it really is a cool database, and one that has a lot of interesting things too. They have a lot of different types of data. A lot of them have cannabinoid and terpene profiles as well, so you can kind of look at the genome and see what the different genes are of interest and whether or not they were relevant. You can look at percentages of nearest genetics. It's really a great database and ethically done. They're not trying to do this to create new strains. They're doing it to map this out for the the collection of the data rather than trying to remonetize it through creation of new genetics.
That's great. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That is really cool. I really like that because I think that'll help with a lot of this confusion. It'll help out with the market of genetics itself, how to market it and who's getting credit for it and all this other stuff. People that do a lot of work deserve the credit, people that just kind of do whatever. I don't know. I just feel like that I didn't know something like that existed to that extent.
You out, Fluff? All right, man. Thanks for coming on for Friday.
Tell your wife we said thanks for letting you hang out.
All right. How much ass kissing you have to do now, or how much you owe her?
It's date night for Fluff. He's in trouble.
He's gonna owe her a date night.
Thank you, Mrs. Fluffykins, for taking his testicles out of your purse and handing them back to him for the night. We really
I wonder what that's like.
Not as erotic as you're thinking, Prophet.
No, I mean just the power. For a few minutes. That's it. Between that and being chained to shower walls, I don't know what else. Leashed to shower walls, I don't know what else to do with myself.
What about
have you smoked any of that stuff you've been working on all night? And tell us about it, man.
Not this purple strain. No, this was actually gifted to me from an old farmer buddy. I got the call of a lifetime the other day. literally had just thrown out a whole plant that had just too much bud rot. We crossed the threshold, and I just decided to trash the whole thing. And in the midst of mourning the loss of my killer cheese dog plant, I got a text from a friend. He said, I grew 2 plants. I won't use them. Come get them if you want them. And I went and got them. And I swear to God, they're Barney's Farm Purple Punch. I've grown it before. And it's got the same color and it's the same smell too. So this was literally a gift. And after trimming it all, I've got this lasagna pan full. And then another fucking tray that size full. And I'm down to my last couple sticks. That's the last of Harvest 2021 right there. That's the last
That's a good
one.
fucking friend right there.
Nice. Nice.
And there it is right there, boys and girls. It's all my hard work and a couple square feet there now. So
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Reminds me, Caribou, that the plants that you gifted me what was it, about a week ago. So I didn't go straight home. I had some other errands to run. But as I was so a couple hours after I'd seen you, I started to get this whiff. And these are only like baby plant. They're barely a month old. And I started to get this, and it was that odor or aroma or scent of the cat piss that you've been talking so much about. But it was like I'm driving along going, what the fuck is that smell? And then I realized it was coming from the plants that you had given me. Holy shit. That was my first experience with cat piss smell.
yeah, when I had the first day hanging the crop this year, I forget what strain it was. Maybe my raspberry cough, I think it was. Yeah, raspberry cough. It's got a weird tinge to it. The wife came home and she was not upset, but concerned because it had that horrific, like male cat spray kind of scent to it.
Right.
Then the same day, one of my dogs had a shit accident, so it was real awesome that day.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun and keep it good.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to think of which pheno that was off the top of my head, Rick.
I'm gonna take a guess at maybe the orange gasm? No?
Might have been.
I don't know, but it took a couple hours for it to permeate my vehicle, where I went, what the fuck is that? And then I finally nailed it. Like, did my dogs have an accident? They're like, what's going on here, man?
I've had my face buried in my plants the last few days. Like, even when I've had them around me here, it's just been kind of moving shit around like a mosaic puzzle, trying to. But I do seem to recall that when we were stem rubbing them, when I was showing you them in the the mothers of the clones that I'd given you.
Yeah. I'll get back to you on that one. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you can do though, because like as I've said it many times before, you've got the most dialed in room I've ever seen. So to see what you can do with something like some of those Irie genetics. But then also I want to like that Spider Girl #1 of mine. I want to get mine tested to see how everything tests for cannabinoids and whatnot in my growing situation, and then test it again from your growing situation and see if there's any kind of real difference, and then maybe even give it to someone else and see just because if the certain contents are there, like the CBD, I definitely want to work with that in the future. Or maybe I'll find out that there's very little CBD content in there, and maybe it isn't worth running, or there's it just that's the strain that I want to work and I want to develop. So I should get that one fucked with. And then shout out to Green Goddess, because it's her and her company that'll be providing that testing when the time does come.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So how you feeling, Rick?
I'm starting to level out a little bit. Yeah, doing much better. I wanted to mention though that the orange gasm. I got two. Actually, I got two from you. One, it never did take root. I don't know if you noticed that, but I mean, it never did take root. But the other one, oh God, the plants, the leaf structure, not the leaf, but the stem structure and everything. It just looks beautiful. I'm gonna turn that one into a mother, and yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's exciting. Are you having any thoughts to trying to do maybe seeing how say the lemon Jeffrey, for example, how that turns out, maybe trying to do a mother of that, so you can maybe do a table of each? Or
absolutely. That's precisely what I've got in mind. I may as well take advantage of your generosity and see what I can do with it. Yeah.
Because here's the next one is I've got some orange gasms in my cloner right now that are just starting to take root, and it'll be kind of same situation as what I just gave you, is where I'll I always cut more than I need, and I'll take the ones that I want, and then there's going to be a bunch more. And I've got 2 different phenos of Jack the Ripper too. So if you have any interest in those, it's same story.
Listen, that orange gasm that one orange gasm that you gave me, that was from seed. That was not a clone. I'm positive. I can. You can tell by the way. Like normally, like a clone will not, like the stems don't come out exactly.
I can tell you 100% for a fact that was a clone.
Really. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I popped 3 orange gasm seeds, and I think one of them wasn't as good as the other 2 or something like that. And it's same kind of thing with the lemon Jeffries. I just took kind of the better one that was there, because I'm so cramped for space. I can't be growing out runts and stuff like that. And then I just whacked a bunch of clones off them. But it could be that it was a top clone, because I started cutting the top cuts off so I can level everything down and flatten the canopy. So it could be that, because there's some really good looking stuff there.
Huh. Yeah. Well, maybe that's, because normally when you take a clone, the stems that come off aren't even. They're you can tell right away it's a clone. I'm gonna go take a picture of it.
I can't wait to see it. He's gonna come back and try and show it to us. It's gonna be like,
oh my. That was just like almost childlike. It was like, I'm gonna go take a picture. Like,
see the dust kick up underneath his feet like in a cartoon.
Yeah. Rick in this situation is like seriously dealing with like a 20-year-old. It's awesome.
Now, my question is, does he still remember what he was doing at this point?
That's why I started laughing.
He ain't coming back.
Like, is he ever gonna come back?
He ain't coming back.
Even the dog didn't see his dog laying there.
Dude, he's gonna find something shiny or all over.
It was me, Prophet, Crazy Pop Mom, and Miss T-Bay. We made that sticker the one night when Rick went missing.
Yeah, there's been a few nights actually. And White Widow actually was right.
We were all taking bets, and then he popped in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that episode. That was funny because I remember like seeing the picture you talk like I can't remember how the fuck did the picture come to our attention at first, but then that was like, oh fuck, that's funny as hell. And then like, who was that guy? And then seeing it on, I think it was Instagram, and it was like, okay, it was G-Man that did that. That's how like it's like, okay, I remember that guy now because that shit was funny. And then I was doing a video for I think it was the outro for the 1-to-1 ratio that I'd been doing. And I came across like a panel shot where it showed that up in the corner where it was your Post-it note of Uncle Rick there. But I couldn't find one of the actual picture of him up there. That would have been a good one.
That's going back to like before I started coming on Fridays, or right around the time I did start.
Holy shit, you're back. We thought you would have got confused and lost by now.
I was totally, man. I like, what the fuck? What am I doing here? Then I tried to get on the Zoom and fuck. It was even worse. But what I'm trying to get at is the, I don't know if that's a very good picture, but no, that's a shitty picture. What's the other one? Maybe this is better. Well, it's just the way that those how do we go to?
Oh, here, I'll make you bigger.
It's just the way that you can see where I don't have a very good steady hand here, but it's just the way that where's my fucking finger? It's gone. There it is. No, my finger's too let me try this. It's just the way that nothing's working, man.
Better than Prophet Curry earlier.
Oh fuck.
Try a toothpick. Go find a toothpick.
No, nothing helps. Nothing helps. It's just that when I see those fucking branches coming out perfectly beside each other, it makes me think that it's not a clone. It's like from a seed.
I got you. I think we all totally understand what you're getting at, but it's. I promise you, it's.
But what you're suggesting is maybe it was a cut from the top of the plant, and that's why it has that particular structure.
Well, I don't know, man. I know for a fact that it was a clone because I'm the one that cut it. So it's.
Yeah. Well, I'll take your word for it, you fucking liar.
I love you, man. This is.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got a bunch of freshly germinated Jack the Ripper seeds in the cloning machine if you would like, and some more orange gasms germinating in there.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, buddy. What am I talking about? But no, I want to do a run of Orange Gasm and then side by side with the Lemon Jeffrey for sure.
I think that would be the bomb right there.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, and then in my tent, and that's in my bigger room, but in my tent, I want to go with the seeds I got from Johnny. What are they again?
Bobby's Bear.
Bobby Bears. Bobby Bears.
Yeah. Thank you. What is it about? Do you know a little bit about the history of those? If I can drag you away from your fucking Doritos there for a minute, Prophet.
No, but if you actually knew how to operate the Discord that you were on, you could actually ask the guy who created them. He'd be able to tell you all about it. But the Bobby's Widows, I know, have White Widow, but he mentioned it to me. I'd have to dig through a conversation that we actually had and then where he told me to be able to tell you right now, because
Oh, yeah.
it's just not coming to me. And of course, Johnny's not here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm curious and I'm excited about it.
I can get you that info, or the person that created it could give you that info. You do
Cool.
know them.
Oh, right on. Right on. I just don't know how to get into Discord, or even once I'm in Discord, I don't even know where to go.
Well, on Cannabis, it's Stay Natural Preserves, I believe, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
believe so.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
There you go. We'll figure out more.
can I have my fucking Dorito?
Go ahead. Go ahead. What flavor are they?
Do you see how quick he was to pause that? I was pretty impressed with you. You should get like a gold star sticker or something like that that we can give to you. And sit there going round with your hand in the bag for you, and then munch. You're getting better.
I just can't get over the perfect formation of this fucking plant. I'm so excited about that, man. I'm so excited. Already, I counted 2, 4, 6. I've already got at least way over a dozen clones that'll be coming off. I mean, give it a month and fuck, it's really exciting.
Well, that'll be great. Well, like I said, I think I've got 6 more, and I'll probably take 1 or 2 if should they all get put into dirt or cups or whatever it is we do with them. So it's exciting. I just
Now, my question is, if you're taking a clone, so you're not pheno hunting, you're just cutting extra clones. That's all. Because you've already know what the genetics and the phenotypes that you've got. So when you're taking a cut, it's going to be identical to that plant. Yeah.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah, it's the identical version, just smaller, grow to get bigger. And I often find that it's usually about the 3rd time that you grow something that it's actually finally kind of dials itself in. So cutting clones is usually very beneficial, as we've all heard the story of growing that one strain that was just like the most amazing thing you ever had, but you didn't have a cut of it afterwards. And but that's kind of at the stage I'm at right now, is I haven't actually finished off anything of those cuts that I gave you. All those are just starting week 6 tomorrow. So ours week 5. It might be week 5. I think they start week 6. It is. I'd have to find my notes and look at them to say for sure. But so we'll get that. But it's
That's cool. Cool. And please know, obviously, that I'm more than happy to reciprocate. Give it back to you. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, Tara?
So,
Tell us the
folks,
story.
2021 outdoor in the
That's
wrap.
it. It's a wrap, eh?
You done?
Sinners are getting clean.
Oh,
We're done.
shit!
Yeah.
We
I
gotta
got
do
all
a
my
dab.
meds. All my meds are there. We're done.
Everybody's put to bed, and it's all good.
This dab's
It's
for
all
you,
good.
eBay. You and your 2021 season.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fire up those dab rigs, folks. eBay.
And on that pleasant note, my friends, I'm going to say goodnight as well. It's been a slice I've been in and out now and then, but overall, it's been a lot of fun. So until next time, we'll.
Always a
Take care.
pleasure, brother.
Sleep well, Uncle Rick.
Love you all.
Take care, buddy. I fucking love that guy. He's a gem.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
So yeah, what's up, Tara?
Oh boy, you put me on the spot, eh?
Yep.
Okay. You want a story?
It doesn't have to be in book form like Prophet earlier, but we would appreciate it because we're observationally challenged at times. So we need as many cues as possible to follow.
Okay. Well, I don't have any pictures or anything to show,
Fair enough.
unfortunately, but anyways, okay, so once upon a time there was a young woman who was up way past her bedtime, but she was listening very intently to a bunch of really intelligent, very awesome individuals about growing and absorbing as much knowledge as I possibly can while being here and enjoying myself. Thank you very much. The end. All right, that's enough.
I think that was a sign off and a bit of a delusional sign off.
I kind
On
of
a
feel
Friday night, you're not learning shit. You're lucky Steve showed up.
and he's been pretty quiet lately. So yeah, now we know you're fibbing.
Yeah, and he was tired. He was tired of talking about that shit. So, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes nice to just put the fucking brain on the hat hook and leave it aside.
But we appreciate the support.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do the stab now. I forget.
Okay. I may have to tap out.
I
I
want
got
it.
shit to do.
I want to show this off. Miss G-Bay bought this for me for Christmas, but she couldn't hold out. It's a carb cap from a local glass artist here in Ontario. So it's got a hole right here and then a hole down here. It's kind of neat. I've never really seen one like this before, but I'm not really into glass art or anything. But it works wicked. And then it's got a nice little mushroom up in the very top. Got a little white
That's
dots on the mushroom too. It's kind of neat. Yeah, blue moon or blue mushroom glass, sorry, is the name. But I thought it was really cool. It's got like little droplets and swirls of blue going through it. You can't really see it through there. Oh, there a little bit. It's got a lot of nice little colors and it works. It's very, very functional. That's what I like about it. It's got the like directional flow, so when you're swirling it around, you get your oil moving around, and then you can kind of pressurize it by lifting your finger off the hole or sliding it around the hole a little bit. You know, it works pretty good though. I wanted to show that off. Thank you, Miss G-Bay, wherever you are.
Did anybody else feel like he was kind of getting off a little bit when he was sliding his finger around the hole like that? He had a big smile on his face.
It did get a little erotic looking.
The funny part is, it works better if you flick the hole, kind of like when you're sucking. If you flick the hole. I'm talking about my dab rig, guys.
Just keep setting them up, man. We'll just keep knocking them down.
Oh, fun stuff.
So you were trying to leave, Prophet?
I don't know. I thought about it, but I'll make it to 12:30.
Look at you. You're a trooper. You're like Tara. The two of yours are like, oh God.
I know, we're like early birds.
I mean, They usually a lot of the time I'm pretty much getting ready for bed right now. I'll be like laying there like fighting to stay awake because it's only 9 o'clock my time. And but the problem is I'm often up at like 2 a.m. because I just don't sleep right. So you wake up early and then you're fucking just, you guys get it, I think. But I was lucky. I had a Johnny earlier today.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
It was great.
I was demoing while you were Johnnying.
You haven't had a nod off session like I have, though, have you? That was good a couple Fridays ago, a month or so, month and a half ago. I kept straight falling asleep. I woke up, I remember the second time I woke up, profit laughing. Oh, fuck, there goes G-Base going down again.
You put that back. I finally figured out how to work the spotlight. What are we looking at, brother? You're muted.
Really dope picture.
Oh, that is pretty.
Whoa, it changes.
It does
See,
change.
If you got rid of your background, it would be a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Well, if I grew hair, I'd probably be a lot cooler too, but I can't help everything.
Well, fuck.
Let's see, hold on.
I get
let
it.
me
Wait,
put it up.
that's just a start of the list I have.
Sorry, all the lights are off in the shop now, so. But it's cool, like it changes to different pictures and shit,
That's crazy.
depending how you look at it. I just found these the other day too, so. We've had them since, I guess, the beginning of time and shit. This one doesn't really move, but it's all like 3D-ish, so has all sorts of different levels to it. Kind of like what Colton Bridge does with his photography.
So your shop sells that?
Yeah.
Where do they
like
run?
expensive? Why are they still there? Sorry, Prophet.
Because I just found them in the back. not
Okay.
out here on display.
Okay.
So.
What do you, how much are they?
Nobody else would.
How much are these worth from your store there, DP?
They are marked at $44.99.
So for Canadians, the exchange, that's like $5,000, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
$44.99.
What is that in Australia?
Just agree with him, dude, and keep the rest.
We need Rick's hand. We need his conversion hand.
You don't want anything to do with Rick's hand right now. We don't know where it's been or where it's going.
Oh, my art.
It's a
All right, I'm gonna
client
finish
hunt.
closing up the shop and shit. If you guys are still here, you're here. If not, cheers, everybody. It's good hanging out. Great to see you over there, Steve, G-Bay.
Have a great
else.
night.
Peace. Oh, wait, I'm not leaving. I'm just saying bye. No.
Well, you made me feel like you were leaving.
Yeah, you did. We were like, word?
I thought I was leaving for a second too, and then I was like, hold on, I still got a mop and shit. They might want
Wishful thinking on your behalf.
That always sucks at the end of the day when you think you're done, like just about done, and you're ready to head out the door or whatever. And then you're just, oh, fuck, I forgot those last 3 things that need to be done. Afterward, or there's the girlfriend's parents, they freaking work for a freight company doing deliveries, right? And so they got the big white van that a lot of freaking couriers drive, and I borrowed that to move plants and stuff. And my car, I drive that, leave that at their house, go to drop it, and I bring my keys back with me for whatever the dumb reason was, and then I go back to go get my car this morning and drop their van off and fucking realize that I left my keys at home, and I'm just like, son of a bitch, one of those moments. And then there was even a conscious thought before I left to go the first time that for some reason I was like, oh yeah, no, my keys are there. And it was but the good thing about small town living is it's less than a 10-minute commute each way. So everybody's like, yeah, fuck that story. I'm sorry, guys.
It was amazing. I was in shock. I was trying to absorb all of it.
I was enthralled the whole time.
You had me stupefied.
Well, I believe you were stupefied. I don't doubt that. So what you gonna smoke on to celebrate now, G-Bay?
That sneeze there. What was that? Sorry.
What are you gonna smoke on now to celebrate? And you got a big snot booger hanging from your beard now.
Oh, come on. No, I don't. What I'm thinking
Yeah, you
is
do.
I have some hippie crippler in a jar here that most of it just got put into the pans the other day, but this stuff here was harvested a branch was probably 2 or so weeks earlier. So we're gonna bust into a big bong of this right now. Hippie crippler, I don't know if I need much you guys know. I got it from I think it's old school breeders.ca, and they're from BC. And I don't know, man. I smoked this stuff once and I got a literal psychedelic buzz from it. Like I could hear every bird, I could see every blade of grass.
Or
I had a fucking real good time sitting out for just chilling. I was fucking high, man. It was awesome. So I bought the seeds and grew it out. I obviously didn't get the exact same effect, but it's been in my garden for two years solid now. It's got like a pineapple, soft, vanilla-ish kind of flavor to it. It's really nice. And it's, yeah, I don't know, it works pretty good.
Is that a photo type thing, or is that one of your autos?
No, I grow most like 95 to 98% photo period. I just dabble in the autos to try to dip in and get some fast photo, like fast flowering photo period. And I just kind of like autos are cool, but like some people say, they haven't been hitting the potency effect for me. They're cool. They're neat. They're like they're for my hobby growing. Like,
You ever heard they're the future?
Pardon?
You haven't heard that autos are the future? LOL.
Well, they can be. They have to be worked pretty heavily, I'm sure. But I think fast flowering photo periods that have been bred into autos and just enough kept in them to maintain a fast flowering. If we can be done in September, where I am on the Great Lakes here in Ontario, up in Canada, we'd be loving it, because as soon as October comes, it gets wet, cold, stays damp, and it rots everything. That's like there's no other natural plant around here that has a bud shape like cannabis. I don't know if there is really anywhere, but it's just not prime for October where I live. It rots every time. So that's where my breeding is going towards, is just this fast flowering thing. And so autos are playing a part of that, but I'm not really focusing on them. I have one strain I've brought to F4, but it is very small. It does have Lowrider as one of the main parents from only a few generations ago. So it's a pretty puny little plant, but it's cool. It's neat. It's for your back deck. It's for like Aunt Linda to rock out on the back deck and stuff. You know?
Hey man, that was Rick's slogan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was Rick's slogan for a little while. So
I think it still is.
yeah, that's why I said you didn't hear autos of the future.
But he's got a point.
No, he does.
For outdoor growers in this area, yeah, I believe it, because you're more of a guarantee, I guess. But for me, it's my thing will always still most likely be photos, because it's just preference. Do you fuck around with autoflowers much, Steve?
No, I mean we screw around with them a little bit here and there, mostly when we like get them given to us, but I don't really fuck with autos too much. I mean, they're great for people. Like, I often recommend them to new growers because they're pretty hard to like end up with nothing, especially if you do everything else right. But you know, I just they're too inconsistent genetically. Like if I do 1,000 pheno hunt of them, it's schizophrenic how many different phenos I get, right? Like it's just they're too inconsistent. Even if I do acres of it, right, it still comes out just all over the place. And you know, until that gets stabilized, I think in a couple of years it'll make sense for people, especially places like Canada where you have a really rushed growth season or rushed harvest, and you got to get that shit in by like September 15th. Yeah, it's awesome for that stuff, right? But anything outside of that, I think it's just not really commercially viable, and not currently. I think in the future it will be, but not right now.
Yeah.
East Coast, I got 2 harvests this
Shout
year
out to
out of an auto.
Jeff Lowenfeld has a great book on autos if you guys haven't checked it out.
Yeah, I've got that one. It's normally it would be sitting in front of me, but I think it's in the back seat of my car at the moment.
So that one actually did re-veg itself, Prophet? I know we've seen the little start.
Oh no, yeah, that one went on for a little while, then went into flower, and then it just kind of
For a
faded
second
out.
time.
Yeah, it just get like, and there was no like stems or anything left on it. It just came back to life out of nowhere. It started growing leaves and shit, and started producing little buds. Nothing major, but they were there. Like you knew they were buds. But it only lasted for like 2 weeks, and that was about the end of it. But I got 2 full harvests out of my outdoor season, so I have enough time to actually maybe play with, 6 per instead of just a 1, because that was first time practicing to see what happens. I can't wait to stick 1 in the ground, or 6 in the ground, and then 6 again. Like I said, I pulled off 2 harvests 1 season. Climate, I guess I got lucky.
Autos definitely have a place for certain situations, like in any aspect of life anywhere. But like if you need weight and like you're looking to, fill your coffers for the year or something, like I just did, you're probably not going to do that with autos.
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I do photos.
The output that
But I'll
like I
play
on my-
with the autos, especially because if I stick them outside, it doesn't cost me anything. And then
I don't know.
they
I
maintain
see my
themselves.
sisters, hypothetical, my sister's in the water. Oh my God. I think she could pull that shit off.
Well, I mean, that's fine, but I can just stick that motherfucker in the ground, not do a damn thing except
Well, no,
water
I
it.
understand that. I'm just
And-
saying for like it not being like the photo size and being able to actually get your full, like keep going. I
Yeah,
think she'd
that-
be able to do it. Like
that
for what
was-
she got off of that one.
If she could do it again, then I'll be like, all right, word. But that could have been a freak thing, like mine coming
She did it
back
with
to
the
life.
Panico too. She did it
Yeah,
with the
she
Panico and the
did.
Aspengot. Sorry, that's two.
Okay, you got me.
Yeah, like it's just impressive. I gotta say, like I've grown autos for 3 years now, and that fucking shit is impressive.
I still want to
Right.
stick one into the ground.
Oh,
and see what
absolutely. I'm
happens.
doing that shit too because
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of problems. But I mean, I'm gonna fix that shit somehow.
But just
Did you
out of
harvest-
curiosity, not dependency. Go ahead, G-Bay.
Did you harvest profit and then it re-veg?
Yeah, I cut everything away from it and then left it outside. And, rain would still go through and it was soil like that. Well, composted down soil from like 20, 30 years worth of landscaping that's been tilled to the point where like the walls need to be tilled with a damn fucking backhoe, like that's how long this shit's been tilled and that's how big of a pile we're talking. So I get soil from that and I was like, fuck it, let's try these autos. And that's basically all I did was fucking stick them on my porch just to see what would happen. And now I'm kind of mad I never stuck one actually in the ground. Well, I tried to, but my dog stepped on it. But, fucking the wedding cake she stepped on turned out pretty well. So I can't really complain. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a cordon off my little area. I got 3 big dogs. They'll fuck everything over. So.
Strange. She was actually obsessed with fucking going over there more since I put the plants over there than she ever was before then.
Yeah, pretty well. My dog sees a squirrel. They don't see what's on the ground anymore after that. They just run. Anything underneath them's getting fucking trampled.
Oh, dude, mine's a bitch. She'd be like, "Oh, Daddy was just over here. Let's just walk all through here. Let's just do it." And then when she'll continue to do it, like at night is when she gets me because she knows I'm fucking too tired to actually go outside and make sure she don't go over there. And then I'll wake up in the morning and I go, like, this was the outdoor. I went and checked on the hatching got. That was the other one. And yeah, she fucking stepped on it, killed it after it come out the ground. Like there was no coming back. Decapitation, dead.
Shitty. That was funny. I remember we were smoking a joint of was it Blue Dream? Yeah, Blue Dream. And then we found a seed, and I just made a joke sitting on my deck, and I just fucking flicked it into my vegetable garden. Well, fucking 2.5, 3 weeks later, I'm out fucking around putting in my soaker hose and shit, and isn't there a fucking seedling? So I'm like, honey, watch out, don't, keep your eye out. Well, she ended up weeding the next week and yanked it out during weeding, but the old volunteer fucking plant. I'll take this second here too and just want to say, hey there, Steve. I've been listening to you through a lot of different podcasts, different platforms over the years. It's cool to be on the same platform as you right now, man. Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry, it took me a minute to find the mute button.
Yeah. It's kind of, I like the Canna family here, man. I've been meeting a lot of respectful people and a lot of really knowledgeable people the last couple of years. So you're on the list and you've been checked off. So salute
Well,
to you,
dude,
sir.
you're one of those people also, man. You're on the list and checked off. We just seen your harvest.
Fuck GB.
Yeah. I'm in there. I'm an amateur, but I'm in there poking around. I'm in there messing about.
Fuck
You gotta
GB.
keep humble and kind of low key until you really until people will make you what you're gonna be. Don't try to be something you're not, right?
So is that Mrs. G-Bay saying fuck G-Bay?
Where is she?
No. Who was saying that? Was somebody saying that? Or was I just hearing shit? Okay, there he is. All right. I swear to God, I'm hearing that shit.
He's in the background chirping. Nice.
I was flipping through the screen for one. I didn't recognize that voice on the screen. But yeah, that's because it's behind the screen. Mm-hmm. Sneaky.
Yeah, no, I put in a lot of time in the last couple of years. A lot of my friends think I'm crazy because honestly, I wake up as I'm getting ready. I either got the DGC on, or I've got Future Cannabis Project, or I've got some weird Kevin Jodry special going on, and it's fucking been that way for 3 or 4 years straight. I'm not even lying. And I don't really watch TV at all. I watch reruns of this kind of shit, or the conferences that Steve's involved in, stuff like that. And that's all I've been doing and watching for years. I gotta learn to practice a little more what I listen to, because there's a lot of areas I lack in going outdoor grow and down into this basement, because it's just my little hangout spot, but it's where my grow is. And I have to walk through my laundry room to get here too as well. So it's not the most sanitary spot. It's kind of my man cave and my grow. But I've applied what I've learned over the years, and it's starting to pay off, man. It's getting fun.
That's great though, man. That's what it's all about, is that forward progression and being able to share it with friends. Like there's another good friend of ours. I'm gonna leave his name out, even though he probably actually wouldn't mind. but he's living in a prohibition state and he grows some wicked stuff and he's always posting his stuff up on Cannabis. And it's just, but he says like where he's at, he can't really share what he's got like with his friends because they're few and far between. You got to keep your fucking mouth shut, otherwise you're going to jail. I'm like, I live in BC, Canada, where even when it was illegal, it was pretty much fucking legal. Like there was little more than a slap on the wrist if you get caught with fucking bag of weed, right? So it's just.
I hear a bag of weed would have got you thrown in fucking jail for a while.
Tell you
Yeah,
what,
they
though,
weren't too nice in Ontario here either.
I'm gonna head on out to the house. I'll tune back in if y'all are still on when I get there and everything. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna dip
If
out
not,
this
have
time.
a great night.
Later,
Yeah,
DP.
all right.
Mop that floor.
Mop that floor.
Fuck that guy.
All right, I should bounce out too, guys. Chat, love you. Steve, thanks for jumping on. Tara, Crazy Pop Mom, G-Bay, Caribou.
Yeah.
I'll be talking to you guys. And if not, I'll be seeing you on Sunday morning we can make, right? Yeah. All right. Later, guys.
See you later.
Later, buddy. Love you.
Love you.
All right. Well, I think I'm about done too, guys. So unless G-Bay, unless you want to take over the controls for a while.
No, I'm good to head off too. I've had a long week of welding there. So
All right. Well then I guess anybody got anything they want to say before we start?
Not
well,
really.
thanks,
Have a
Chad,
great
for
evening.
joining again for another Wicked Friday.
All right.
Yeah, chat's always cool.
Yeah. That's always great. Okay. Well, thanks, Steve, for coming and hanging out with us again. It was we want to get you on many more times every Friday night, man. Feel free to jump on, hang out with us. It's a pleasure.
Every once in a while, I'm free on Fridays, so I'll definitely pop on those days.
All right, man. Well, it's always a pleasure, and anytime you see us on, like you get the urge, it's always a very welcome to see you up here. Tara, great to see you again. Seeing you all the time. Always
Thank
great
you very
to be
much.
morning to you. You're one of the few people that I actually do get a notification from every morning saying good morning to me. So on
Yes.
Cannabis app. So they're Crazy Pop Mom, looking crazy as fuck. But
I
love
try to
you.
please.
Yeah, you do, and you do well. Great to see you. Great to hang out with you, G-Bay. Congratulations on finally being done with your harvest for the year, brother. Looks like you got one hell of a haul.
Yeah, I'm all right, man. It's all good now.
Yeah, you got carpal tunnel now from all the trimming and stuff you've been doing, but you know, you can medicate now. That's the bright side to that. And
So true.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good very well now.
in chat, we had a good
And
group.
I wanted to say, like, you know, I not that it's bad that people like to enjoy alcoholic beverages. I did for many years, but I think I've quit drinking. I haven't had
I'm sorry.
for
We've
it.
had a discussion before. That's exciting.
Yeah. It's not part of my life anymore. It's not something I have a desire to do. I may have a few beers if I'm around a campfire with some buddies or something, but I have no desire to get drunk anymore. And this show has been part of that. So thanks guys.
Hey, man,
That's awesome, buddy. Cool.
That's cool as hell. Just last August was August 25th was 3 years for me. So it's
Yeah. It's been, I don't know what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I don't know. I don't even know. Doesn't matter really. It's over.
That's
Yeah.
right. It doesn't. That's awesome, though. Right on.
kind of how I feel about it. A lot of aspects of life is just when you're kind of done, you're done. You just kind of turn your back on it.
Yeah. Nothing good ever happens. So it's like, man, let's put that behind us.
But okay, so here's another funny one to me though is every once in a while, like there's you'll hear a song or something like this. In this case, I'm specifically speaking out of a song. It kind of makes you put you in that mood where like, yeah, I'd like to have a few drinks again. I hadn't heard that Sammy Hagar song, Moss Tequila, in fucking years. And then I just kind of out of nowhere, I just had that da-dun, 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 the beat come into my head. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, Sammy. I go and throw that song on. And I was like, fuck yeah, it'd be nice to have a few to that one. But
yeah,
it's just a great song.
like I have a feeling that I need to be around other people that are just really responsible. Like, you know, we don't need to carry on into the 10, 15 beer fucking range. Like, if we can keep it at 3 or 4 and just have it with dinner and go home after that, I'm cool with that. So it's just changing friendships right now too is a thing I got to get on.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of sad, but it's a shift I gotta, you know, not lose friendships, just rearrange them a bit, change them, make them work in different ways. So.
See, I would love to have cold beer every once in a while, and there's the one part of me that's like, you know what, man, you've already gone a few years. Why break that now? You've gone so far. But then the other part of me is just like, well, you know, maybe you do keep it to a few beers, and that's the way it stays. Or maybe you go backwards, and it's just like, at the end of the day, I just don't care enough.
It's that maybe that it keeps you clean, because it's like, well, maybe I'll become a worse alcoholic than I thought I could ever become, or something, you know? So you go, maybe it's not worth it. And by the time you analyze all that shit, you're over it by then, because you've analyzed the crap out of it.
The saying I use for stuff like that is, oh, go ahead.
When my fiance passed away a long time ago, I drank like every day for like a year straight, was at all the bars, but I was hustling enough weed at the bar to like financially completely support the habit, which made it like probably worse because there was like no real negatives. Like I didn't have to drive anywhere. I had people picking me up. There was like no chance of DUI. So there was no like thing that was going to bite me. Right. But one day I was in my buddy's art studio and was just fucking plastered. And we were like high as shit and drunk, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is dumb. I could do better shit. And took a break for a year and a half. And then now I can still, you know, I can have a drink or two and enjoy myself or whatever, but I limit myself to like later in the evenings and not on school. I call them school nights during the weeknight, unless it's like maybe a podcast. Like if it's Fumi's show and it's 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I'm only going to be up for 2 or 3 more hours. Well, it's fine. But, you know, anything outside of that, it's just not, you know, like you're saying, it just doesn't create many positive outcomes.
Yeah, it's for me.
See, what you guys are talking about is social drinking, which is something that most people can't do once they start drinking. It's something you need to do at home, and you need to do in the park, and you need to do whatever. Like, it's not a social thing. But what you guys are talking about, like, yeah, a beer here and there, social drinking used to be a thing.
Yeah,
then you roll one and think about it, and you're all better.
I think the harder part is, especially as someone who travels and often lives in extremely remote areas, bars are often like the only place to meet humans and meet new humans that might, you know, otherwise become friends or business associates or otherwise. So it is like, it has this social role that it's kind of nice in Oklahoma, at least, to have cannabis lounges that I can go bring my dab rig down to Bubba's Brew House or whatever and dab out with a bunch of people and buy a beer or two or some iced tea or some juice or whatever, and buy some snacks, see a show, have a band play or whatever, and then go home, and it's no big deal, right? Like having that same kind of like bar experience, but having it be entirely around cannabis is super awesome and super positive, and I think kind of something that definitely helps a lot of people too. They're trying to get away from the bar scene but still want to have that social aspect, you know?
Yeah. Well,
I hope to see that.
How many people have quit doing drugs or like any drug brand, or all drugs, whatever, and you'll have certain groups of friends no longer want to have anything to do with you because you no longer do that. Like, even that happened even when I first quit smoking weed about like 20 years ago. I rolled me and a buddy rolled a quad real bad and fucked ourselves up, and then after that it just gave me anxiety. It's no fun. So after that, so if you're, why do it if it's not fun, kind of thing, right? And then after that, none of my friends that lived in that area would ever call me to hang out because I never had weed to smoke with them anymore. Only my one buddy Russ, was the only person, and it's like shit like that. You forget. Tara, looks like you had similar things, right?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm 7.5 years clean from my shit, But yeah, it's much the same. Like, I don't know. I just lost everything right now because I was put on the spot and I put myself on the spot. Sorry.
Sorry. If it makes you feel better, I feel like I even had a better point that I was trying to get at that I didn't get to because it's just I do the same thing. I think
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think we all kind of know what we're getting at, right? We've all seen the demons and yeah.
Yes,
A lot of
that's yeah.
respect for those that can walk that line and just keep it small amounts and stuff like that. I've always been one of those people that's like I tend to overdo everything that I do, and so it's that's my personal choice. So that's why I choose not to imbibe anymore. And then I think about having like some of those non-alcohol beers, and I'm just like, no, that's cheating. So I'll just like no beer for bad.
It's not worth it.
I don't find that because we got this amazing plant. Go ahead, Steve.
Why have that bad taste without the buzz? You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it reserved to very special occasions and like when I, like I said, the right moments. And I know now how to recognize those. I've stopped going to the social events that create the issues. The all-day horseshoe tournament that leads into the shop party. No. Halfway through that horseshoe tournament, I'm a sloppy mess, and we got 6 more hours to go. So
yeah,
I dinner with a couple friends and then go home after that. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad I can see that now, and it took a long time, but
I had a Chinese businessman when I was in Zimbabwe trying to like solicit me to work for him. And he took me out and he tried to drink me under the table. And I grew up with a bunch of Russians and Ukrainians. And it was just entertaining. He was just sitting there, he was like completely sloshed. And I'm just like, straight faced, straight as an arrow, continuing the conversation. He's trying to like get me drunk to get information out of me. It was really funny. But
backfired on.
Remember, I grew up in the Eastern European neighborhood of Philadelphia, Northern Philadelphia. And like, I remember the first time getting wasted and my buddies like playing Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy on PlayStation 1 all weekend, drinking like a whole case of wine for my buddy's 11th birthday that his parents had bought him and shit like that. Like some of the culture I think that we raise our kids in needs to change a little bit too, for the better. I think a lot of it has now since a lot of us were kids, but it certainly has a little way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my culture's Polish, Eastern European. So it's very, very common to have wine or alcohol with everything. There's something for everything. Oh, so
if you don't drink enough in Eastern Europe, your blood freezes. They use it as antifreeze to survive the winter, really.
Right? Exactly. It's fuel, but no. It's not worth it.
All right. Is it time to shut it down, guys? Gals? All right. Chat, you've been awesome. We had a lot of you rocking in there earlier. We love you. And we'll see you Sunday morning for Sunday morning Wake and Bake. Once again, Steve, thanks for hanging out, brother. And hope to see you again.
I can assure you'll never see me on a Sunday morning Wake and Bake. I do not wake up anything early on Sundays unless I have a damn good reason.
Fair enough. We don't know how to make that call then. We'll let you sleep in peace, brother. All right, man. You guys all have a